Something is off. Things are getting stranger by the day. Just a coincidence, or is something more sinister happening right under our noses?
We want to warn you now, this next story is disturbing.
Namely, in earlier times, it was easier to control 1 million people, literally, than physically to kill 1 million people. Today, it is infinitely easier to kill 1 million people than to control 1 million people. It is easier to kill than to control.
I would like to reduce the number of people on the planet because there's too many of us. It's a planet of finite resources, and we're using them up.
First, we've got population. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The true ruling elite are a death cult. Pure evil. The elite are extremely wealthy. They have more money than you can think of. So why would they want even more money, even more control? It's because they use their wealth and power to execute their agenda, to live out their evil. If you think this is just conspiracy theory, think...
I don't know, I'm sure a lot of people are not going to agree with this, but...
Not a question of if, but when there's going to be a chemical or biological attack on the American people. And what is their solution? They say, give up our rights, submit to Big Brother.
Don't get the vaccine, you can't go to the supermarket. Don't have the vaccine, you don't show it, you can't go to the ball game. Don't have the vaccine, you can't go to work. Don't have the vaccine, can't come here. No shirt, no shoes, no service.
Who they think they better than? Ain't no comparison to the so-called black or African American. You can drop the African, keep the American. When we say Aborigine, it make they world in. I'm going in the same dirt my ancestors buried in. I come from a god and a goddess, so what that make me? Not even Basquiat can trace me. Not even Van Gogh can paint me. The MC in me is the God MC, equals the God in me. I'm focused in, let my mind be free. You too blind to see. The Jews I give is real, it's been real. These ain't shots, they missiles. All you gonna hear is the whistle. Lyrically, this an execution. My verses start revolutions from my people seeking restitution. Since the beginning, fuck evolution. Or maybe my reality is all a dream. I put it together like I was sowing seams. So it seems this is that audio dopamine. Go against the regime, we put you where nobody can hear you scream. And sing you to meet your Elohim. My nigga, this is savage mode. It's something that you can't decode. It started with a spark and I'ma let it explode. I was given the cheat codes that'll let me dump and reload and go through them waves like a fucking torpedo. You dealt the cards of life, I just cut them diamonds with the ace of spades. Y'all scatter like roaches when they facing raid, or vampires when they facing blade. I'm trying to get next to Shireen like I'm getting played. You still stuck as a mental slave. You still stuck in that mental cage. While I'm making easy money, pipping hoes in style. This my coming to age. Crowd roaring when I'm coming on stage. And when I'm done, they gonna be cheering my name. Drake Cobbs, and nah, I ain't quit my day job. I spit bars. I really rap on my day off. That's real shit. Just give you some tools you can build with. Aim high even if you still miss. Just keep going. It's a climb to the top. And I'ma keep flowing. Down Lake Shore, I'm Chicagoan. Yeah. You niggas Niggas playing checkers, we playing chess. And nigga, this is checkmate. Dre be the big dog and you just a little bait. You out of Africa and we ain't got the same traits. I'm a God being and we ain't got the same fate. My granny died February 18th and I was born on the same date. The chosen one, the ancestors' chosen son. They gave me the golden gun. One shot, that's a hole in one. From the pyramid of the sun to Poverty Point. I don't think you niggas is getting the point. We still here. Who said they made the Aboriginals disappear? Your information's lagging in the rear. All you do is teach fear. We copper-colored with woolly hair. Am I speaking clear? So fuck the nonsense. When I rap, I touch your consciousness. From within is where you get your self-confidence. Let's bring it back to dominance. Ain't no confining us. Gonna bring that wild Indian out of us. Yeah.
And oh yeah, put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feel it when you feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air, just that job theft, that chow mein, that papa bull, that towel man since sunset in the arc of Wayne. My brain moving like Tao saying, so as above, it's so below. That up and that down thing. This flow is atmospheric. I call that a ground game. See, water is knowledge, so if I'm teaching, you're learning. So how your God make a sun without vortexing and current? See the pattern is ponic. I'm reaching out for my people. Oh, watch me flow through your speakers. You feel the force of the ethers. And when the force gets the equal, I'm taking off like an eagle. Police popped the pastor yesterday for pushing political. My DNA is Moshe. Mix that thing with higher water. My spirit rate is OTN. It's just a higher order. Got more light than Kavita. Rap a lot just like Tila. Went from sinner to saint. Shout out my big homie Sela. Got more torque than a sports car. Got more work than a door star. In the 4 million I make, I'm giving the Dr. Umar, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Super 7 in my rites and ceremonies. I'm married to Jehovah, holy matrimony. Confucius say, in the words of Caillou, before you hit the tomb, be a bridegroom. Only got one question for Miss Susan B. On how to last Ahuin is now a Angui. Blame my inspiration, I'm just thinking thoughts. But in the way of God's, we gon' keep it short. Why Jesus wanna kill me, Matthew 10:34. Just a couple questions that I'm needing to know. Oh, watch me flow, it's so potent. Set the vortex in motion. Super 7, I'm floating across the Aegean Ocean. Oh, you a Muslim now, so I guess you make it Salat. Well, I'm an Israelite, I'ma make him at the Shabbat. Got Moses on the bumper, super slap off in my spaceship photosphere. So I stay lit, peace and light to the faith is so yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. rained on boats. Fools can't even stay afloat. Debate league, where they all get choked out, smoked. Riding on them boards with the truth we spoke. Deplete they whole fleet, burnt mesquite, tear them out the frame. Every time we bang, bing bing, on they brains. Got them slumped up on the panels. Fools don't stand on candles. World all in shambles and begging for handles. Sitting at the back door for hours talking about let me in. Nah, nigga, we ain't friends. It's all about the Aboriginals, wild Indians. It's all about the Aboriginals, them wild Indians. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. That's what's up. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. When I see a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, kill a see a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan when I see a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, kill a see a pan when I see a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan when I see a pan, when I see a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, when I see a pan, kill a pan, when I see a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, kill a see a pan, when I see a pan, kill a pan, kill a see a pan, kill a pan, kill a see a pan, when I see a pan, kill a see a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, when I see a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan.
Yes, yes. Peace and love, family. Can y'all hear me real good? Peace, y'all. How y'all doing real good tonight? I still got some more stuff for y'all. Y'all know I was trying to get prepared and get my little thoughts together, get my mind right. You know, it's been a lot of little things I've been seeing in the community or whatever. And I was going to show this little quick little video from this young man. His from Mike TV. I'm not sure if y'all familiar with Mike TV or not, but he has some real good content that I kind of wanted to go ahead and just kind of talk about, like most of the points that I be really making on my channel. Peace, y'all. Yes, everybody in the chat, period. So hang on, y'all.
Say I'm hustling and I'm grinding. I'm making moves with my money on my mind, and I can't fall short. No, always go. Keep it down, slow mo. Say I'm hustling and I'm grinding. I'm making moves with my money on my mind, and I can't fall short. No, always go. Keep it down, slow mo.
Yes. There we go. All right, family. Damn, I sound low as shit now. Can y'all hear me real good? Like, put a sunflower in the chat if y'all can hear y'all good, sis Sharice. Please let me know. Yeah, put something in the chat. Let me know y'all can hear me real good, because like this shit likes to cut a fool, as my girl like to say. So yes, y'all, first of all, peace and love on this wonderful, beautiful Tuesday evening. I'm so happy to have you all here with me as always, talking about that Indian business, that big Aboriginal business, what we stand on only, okay, over here. Yeah, there's a couple of things. First, obviously, I made a community post tab, letting everyone know that I will be doing an interview with John Briggs, voice of the Aboriginal. We're going to, okay, so yeah, we're going to pre-record it, and then I'm going to pretty much preview it on here so you all can see it. I'm praying that this week will work out. I got to take my kid up to Six Flags. That's a whole nother situation. Stuff didn't end up working out the way I thought it was in order for me to really do this. But, you know, we're trying to get on the same page and really get this done because, you know, I think he has some great material. He has a wealth of knowledge. And I think that, you know, he can spread a positive message about his knowledge about Aboriginals and what that means and who we are. So, yeah, y'all, I'm just excited about that. And I hope to be able to get more people on soon, especially because June is Father's Month. It's Father's Day. So, you know, I want to be able to get as many of our Aboriginal men on the platform, you know, to talk about their movement and to talk about any other additional things that they do outside of these platforms, because that's where the work comes in. That's what really matters. And those are the things that we need to really focus on. So, yes, y'all, I hope you all are having a good night. Let me look through my chat real quick and see who I can go ahead and make sure I got everybody there so I can shout them out. In the meantime, yo, put a fucking sunflower in that chat if you feel good. If you blessed to be a motherfucking Aborigine out here. If you love being from this motherfucking Americas. If you know that you ain't come off the motherfucking boat, put a fucking sunflower in there for me, y'all. For real, though. For real, though. And it's a video with John Bricks I want to show, too. Like, he had made a good point. You know, I think this video that he had made is really kind of old, though. But it just goes to show, like, how much we need to not pay attention to all the shenanigans and the buffoonery that be going on when we on these other panels and stuff like that. Because if we not focused on liberating and building who we are, then, you know what I'm saying, all these other conversations don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to make sure we keep it in perspective at all times, okay? Because, like, what I'm not about to be doing is arguing. Like, we not doing that no more, okay? We're in a space now where we know exactly who we are. We know what happened. We know how they displaced us. And we here to correct that shit. And we got every right to. So I don't even know what people's problem be. Because we got the right to correct the narratives. We got the right to. So peace, Carper Aborigines. Hey, Juice. Big Dog Philly OG, how you? Milestones Thoughts, Richard Neal Bay. Bronze Flat Power God, how you doing? Enox 0407, what's up, family? Big bro, open the knowledge. Shit, we twins. Where have you been? And you know, and we twins because we got the same birthday. Peace to you, OTK. DJ Cuddy, hey boo. Nate Bagout, Aboriginal Israelite. Hey, Goddess Citrion Atlantean. Hey boo. Yes. As Aboriginal, hey boos. Yes, peace, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank you guys for coming in. Like I said, I know I'm not, you know, as popping as all the other platforms, but like I said, y'all, I'm slowly growing my stuff. You know, it's no rush. As many of you already know, I am a recent college graduate, so I'm still kind of, you know, getting the swing of post-college life. On top of all the other stuff I'm already doing. I'm working on a self-help book. Y'all, it's called The Art of Never Giving Up. So I'm very excited about all the things that I got coming very soon. I hope you guys just stay tuned. Like I said, we're going to keep this shit going. Man, we're on that big Indian shit and ain't nothing going to change that. So like I said, I want to show this brother from Mike TV because this brother is really intelligent. Like, if we got to overstand who we are, because I feel like I done said some of the same shit he done said, and somehow it's going over these people's head. But right now he actually is doing a debate. I feel like so which one do y'all want me to do? Because I could just show a little. I just want to show certain parts of the video, but I can show certain parts of the video, and then we could go into that debate. That shit live right now that he doing. I don't know who platform it's on though, but he's streaming it from his channel. But first, I just want to, because like I said, y'all, I'm not going to be long. Like, I'll open up the panel if y'all want to chop it up or whatever. But we're not going to be doing too much. We about to keep it cute tonight. I just wanted to come on. You know what I'm saying? Grace y'all, because I love y'all. And we here on that Indian business.
That probably because some cracker that knows I'm black
better than you, nigga, is probably gonna put a bullet in the back of my head.
This is the remix. My father was raised in.
Contacted Ancestry with questions, but says a rep told her the results are accurate.
These DNA tests for ethnicity are entertainment value only.
William Gilliland is a biology professor at DePaul. He says DNA kits can be great for connecting family members and finding relatives. But the science for ethnicity testing isn't as concrete.
There's nothing that confident for ethnicity. There's no diagnostic nucleotide. You can say this person is from Europe, this person's from Africa.
You see that? DNA can't tell you where you're from. The scholar tells the truth. Watch this.
But many African Americans, you are the Native Americans. You're not even African Americans, you're Native Americans. You're the ones that they brought blankets with, was it smallpox or whatever diseases, and wiped out entire communities because they said they came in peace, but they actually came in war. And they are still warring us right until this day.
Subscribe to
So
that
there are
brother Mike
those
TV,
beloveds
y'all.
of
Y'all
you
ain't already
who
subscribed.
really don't feel any connection to Mama Africa. And this is just, a confirmation, a reassurance that America belongs to you.
So Africans know this history, but nobody else does. Come on, make it make sense.
Give me a minute, Brown. Let them know ice. Peace, family. Because really about to go in. He about to cook like shit. The same stuff I've been cooking on, and I'm gonna show the sources behind the same stuff I've been cooking on. So bear with me, y'all. This about to be a good one.
In me. And so with the help of my wife, we extracted enough saliva to send off in the mail. We were so excited to see the results. After about 3 months, we were shocked. My lizard was 51% Ashkenazi Jewish. He was also 48% West Asian. This was really interesting. They also gave us a little bit of his background and his history, what he liked to eat, etc. Let us know which animal's DNA we should send in next.
You don't have to try to be something you're not.
Trying to be something I'm not? Trying to be proud of my African heritage? That's being something I'm not, then fine.
My grandmother was a full-blooded Iroquois.
I know all of that, Mama.
Yes, y'all subscribe to the brother Mike TV.
Because of the blood of a people who never scraped or begged or apologized for what they were. They asked only one thing of this world, to be allowed to be.
It broke my heart when you changed your name. I gave you my grandmother's name, a woman who bore 9 children and educated them all, who held off 6 white men with a shotgun when they tried to drag one of her sons off to jail.
In Iroquois language, guys, we gotta understand that that's one of the main dialects. Hold on, let me before we continue to go into this, that's one of the main dialects of the early Virginia Indians. Okay, because it was this whole conversation coming up about dialect, and they want to keep talking shit. You know what I'm saying? But when it's all said and done, it was over 800 dialects. 800, and I'm gonna go into it because it's right here. And a lot of those things that was going on, it was a lot of interpreters. People were trying to interpret things. And like when they were writing things out, a lot of the language that we speak today, which is English, and this is my opinion from what I've gathered from this talking point, is that all of that shit is a combination. So everything that we speak is a combination of all those early languages, the early dialect of Algic, Iroquois, Osuin, all of that shit, because they wrote it in English. So anyway, I just wanted to say blah, goddamn. I just wanted to say that real quick. Like a lot of people keep asking why we don't have certain dialects and why we don't have certain, because people was coming over here, they was trying to communicate with each other, and a lot of shit changed. Okay. It's not by default that we speak English. These motherfuckers was coming over here, intertwining, marrying our women, having sex with our women, doing all kinds of stuff. So yeah, sometimes they were with people and they couldn't even speak the same language as them.
for not knowing his place. And you had to reach into an African dictionary to find a name that would make you proud.
My father was raised in the era when black niggas couldn't claim Native American. Making music would've thought I had help, but the Indians I know wanna be the chief they self.
All right. Let me get some fists and feathers in the chat if you can hear me loud, crisp, and clear, and we will get this party started. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a documentary that was released in 2004 called Black Indians: An American Story. Apparently, it also features Tina Turner. Guys, if you don't know, the true history of Black Americans is twofold. First of all, if you do your own research on the number or percentile of Africans that were transported to North America during the transatlantic slave trade, they say only 4% went to North America. The vast majority of the Africans went to the Caribbean and South America, which is why there's such a heavy African influence there to this day. So when we see present day, we've got 50 million Black Americans, and only 4% of the African slaves came over here to North America. You got to wonder, where did all these Black folks come from? You got to wonder, why is there a concerted effort for our oppressor to try to force feed us a African identity, this kind of notion that we all come from Africa and we should even go back to Africa, when in actuality, a lot of us have Aboriginal ties. I mean, the first people.
All right. So when he said that, so let's talk about it. So how many slaves landed in the U.S.? This is by Henry Louis Gates Jr. We're going to get right to the second paragraph because I don't got time for all the bullshit. The most comprehensive analysis of shipping records over the course of the slave trade is the Transatlantic Slave Trade Database, edited by Professors David Eltis and David Richardson. While the editors are careful to say all of their figures are estimates, I believe that they are the best estimates that we have, the proverbial gold standard in the field of the study of the slave trade between 1525 and 1866. In the entire history of the slave trade to the New World, according to the Transatlantic Slave Trade Database, 12.5 million Africans were shipped to the New World, 10.7 million survived the dreaded Middle Passage, disembarking in North America, the Caribbean, and South America. And many of these 10.7 million Africans were shipped directly to North America. Only about 388,000. That's right, a tiny percentage. So Mike is right. Okay.
People to travel to North America were not the Europeans, it was the Spanish. And if you look in a book called Philosophical and Antiquarian Aboriginal History of America, it says that Spanish explorer by the name of Vescano, he traveled to North America with a Negro servant. And it says here that he told his Negro to distribute a biscuit to the Californians at the Bay of St. Barnabas. And quote, the natives seemed greatly pleased at the sight of the Negro and signified to him that they lived in friendship and correspondence with a people of his color. And not far from thence was a Negro village. So guys, as early as the 15th century, we have Spanish explorers going to North America and saying that we saw Negroes there. Matter of fact, the Spanish had a name for us. They called us Negros de Terras, which means Negroes of the land. But
What they say we was? What he say? He said the Negroes that taught us, the Negroes of the land. Hold up. Oh, okay. The possibility that Native Americans were quite commonly called Negroes is very much supported by Portuguese usage. During the colonial period, Brazilian Indians were repeatedly referred to as Negros or as Negros de Terra, Negroes of the land. A great many examples from the 16th and latter centuries are cited by George Federici in his analysis of Portuguese sources. sources. These do not have to be repeated here, but suffice to say that it was so common that finally in 1755, a royal decree had to be issued as follows. Listen. These folks came over here and they were calling us Negro, those Spanish, those Portuguese people. Okay?
Wait, there's more. The original definition of American from the Webster's Dictionary, 1828. An American is a native of America, originally applied to the Aboriginals or copper-colored races.
No one denied. Well, the same people denying it, but we know the truth. Just got to keep reiterating it.
Is found here by the Europeans. So come on, y'all. They've been known that we were here. Not all of us come from Africa. And there was also a concerted effort to reclassify some of us Black Aboriginals as Negroes and other slaves, and they put us alongside the African slaves on the plantation. So, guys, let's get into it. Either way you slice it, the vast majority of Black Americans have Aboriginal heritage. Either A, you're part of the 4% that came from Africa, which, although they came from Africa, when they came to America, they quickly intermarried with natives. They became intertwined with native tribes. Some of them fled the plantations and started to join guerrilla factions with Native Americans. We've all heard of the Seminoles, the Gullah Geechee. So, guys, even if you're part of the 4% that came from Africa, you still have Aboriginal heritage because they mixed in and interbred with the natives. And if you come from an Aboriginal Black lineage, then goddamn it, you was here from the jump. But this documentary that we're going to take a look at.
See, and that's the thing. Like, the brother's on point. I don't like, he got 18,000 subscribers. Shit, how the fuck we don't know about Cuz? Because he's spitting. Okay? Because I feel like I've said the exact same things. And I've only recently came across this young man's channel. So, like, listen, we're not about to keep playing with them about who we are, about our heritage. We're not about to keep playing. Y'all not going to keep telling us we come from the slave boats. Y'all sure the fuck not. Peace, y'all. Peace, y'all. Peace, y'all.
Father Ray, Reese Younger. Come on, man. Fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African. Hey, the niggas trash like some ooh. Try to get back to them slave boats. Hey, hey, hey. Try to get back to them slave boats. Hey, hey. Fucking slave narrative, they phony. I had this nigga named Toby and he owed me. When the plot crop and the stock drop on top, them niggas going. Sold to the bitter cotton pickers, them my niggas. I'ma come down, feed them chitlins and them gizzards. Nigga, I'm the mister, I whip you, I kill you. In the big house, go down with your sister. Send it back to you, then I send for your mother. Y'all niggas look out, I'ma work it like no other. Make you pick cotton till the sun come and touch it. Till your damn hands and feet and foot all bust up. Look me in my eyes, I'ma backhand the buck up. Nah. Shout out to Grandma Foo. Why your man came, she the one that sold you. My crew swam to the show and got you. Good ship, Jesus, man, that nigga came through. Hey, fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African. Hey, the niggas trash like some ooh. Tryna get back to them slave boats. Hey, tryna get back to them slave boats. Fuck off it, fuck Lennon, fuck Jeffries, ayy. Fuck off it, fuck Ben, fuck Jeffries, ayy. Fuck off it, fuck Lennon, fuck Jeffries, ayy. Ayy. Play with this shit, dude. Begin. Baby, yo, so PC, the acrobatic. Fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African.
All right, man. Let's keep letting the brother cook. Seriously. And yeah, I was gonna say something to YK Young. I mean, I don't agree with your little book, but congratulations on your little book nonetheless. And I wish you well with that. I mean, I read some little excerpts in there, Young, but like I think that where you go wrong with it is that like you're not completely acknowledging our true indigenous heritage. And I think that you're letting the whole slave trade narrative take you over. Like we keep showing you like the little 4%, you may be, connected to that little 4%, but we been here. We been here. You know what I'm saying?
Is mostly going to talk about the history of the African slaves that came to America and then quickly mixed in and assimilated with Native American culture. And there's a lot of pop culture icons within the Black American community that we don't even know have Aboriginal heritage. But before we get into it, I urge you to hit the like button, share the screen.
So he's gonna be going into this documentary, but he's gonna be getting it, how he need to get it.
Go ahead and hit the Cash App or the PayPal if you support the mission. Shout out to Antonio. Appreciate you hitting the Cash App, brother.
Because I don't want to stay on this too long. Because right now he's actually doing a live debate. Matter of fact, let me see if he's still on there doing that. Is it still live? It looks like it. Hold on, let me press play.
That all of us come from Africa, and there's zero.
Yeah, he doing a debate right now.
Oh no, rather I'll drop my email in the back chat. I'll add you onto the, the whatever admin stuff, right? So you can manage future debate. Yeah, I think you did.
All right, cool, perfect.
In the U.S., white Americans.
Good on that radio check. Mike TV, can I get a radio check?
Okay. So he is live, but I'm going back. But he was cooking.
Kaizo, for visual, could you put, and then Mike TV can respond as well.
No, I'm gonna be pulling up some stuff in a minute, so you can just let that go. If he wants to continue to talk, go ahead. I'm at
this debate. Let your scholarship shine, and because Mike TV is essentially his ideology is not popular on this side, or at least on this platform, I'm extending him a courtesy to choose who will go first. Mike.
Well, before I choose who's go first, can we just kind of reiterate for everybody watching what exactly the debate is on? Because I understand the title says it's whether Black American Native Indians or whether they're African descendants of slaves, but everybody knows that the history of Black Americans is both. So, I mean, I'm not going to get up here and try to say none of us came from Africa. So I just like to reiterate that my point that I'm taking is that there were Black Aboriginals before Columbus. And I believe the other gentleman the other day was trying to discredit that comment of mine and claim that there was no such thing as Aboriginal Black Americans, right?
All right, Mike. So my first question is actually going to address that. The way I'm going to ask it is I'm going to allow the person to define who they are and who their people are and their origin story. So Mike TV, it's on you. Who do you want to go first? You or Cali Enigma?
You can go first.
All right, Cali Enigma, first question. And there is 5 minutes for you to respond. And then Mike TV has a five minute time limit to respond as well. So the first question, Cali Enigma, who are you? Who are your people? And where do they originally come from?
Well, I am Black American, aka African American. Black Americans are of African descent, specifically from Western Central Africa. Whenever you pull up Black Americans, you're going to see that we are the descendants of Western Central Africans. We have haplogroups that go back to Western Central Africa, whether it's dealing with the mitochondria, which is going to be with the L, right? So it'd be like L.
Lord, so I know this is about to be pseudo-licious.
0, L1, L2, and more, right? Some even go back to L3. We also have the Y marker, which is going to be E, right? So I'll actually show my Y marker, and I'll be showing some other stuff too. But as of right now, yeah. One of the things we were supposed to talk about too was the freedmen, which is Mike said that freedmen were never slaves. He said the freemen were people who were always free and were never enslaved. And I'm going to show things that actually will change. Well, I should say correct that information. I don't know. You want me to go on for 5 minutes, or do you just want me to give it like an open
I
statement?
mean, if you're done, you can just stop. You don't have to use the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The 5 minutes is a limit. It's not definitely what you have to adhere to. But I want to say to the question, because what you mentioned about the freedmen, I have a question about that later on. So Mike TV, same question for you, and I'll repeat it. Who are you? Who are your people? And where do they originally come from?
Yeah, so I'm a card-carrying member of the Muskegee Creek Nation. When I did my family's genealogy, we found Aboriginal lineage, and I have not gone back farther enough to see if there's any lineage from Africa. We all know that DNA tests are fraudulent. They're for entertainment purposes only. They can only tell you who your daddy is, not what your ethnicity is. And I think it's a very charged statement to make the claim that every Black American comes from West Africa. I don't know how someone thinks that they can accurately debate that point. I don't know what proof they think that they're going to bring to assert that claim, but to make the assertion that every Black American is a descendant from a slave from West Africa, God damn it, I hope that there's some more evidence other than DNA markers.
Mike, just for clarification, you identified your people as what? So I can refer to you as that throughout the broadcast.
I refer to myself as a native Black American.
Native Black American. Okay, perfect. Okay, second, Cali Enigma, do you have a response to that? Because we're still under time. And then Mike TV can respond as well.
No, I'm going to be pulling up some stuff in a minute, so you can just let that go. If he wants to continue to talk, go ahead. I'm actually getting ready to pull up some stuff. So right now I'm pulling up some. I'm going to pull up a video from a geneticist by the name of Rick Kittles. I just figured why don't just go at that right now, and I'm gonna let Rick Kittles speak for himself.
He can't be serious. You see this Cali Enigma person? This is a NAC. This is a NAC affiliate.
Reputable geneticist. I will also post his background as well and where he works. I'll post that source in the back chat. I want the chat to be able to look at that. So I'm going to let Rick Kittles speak for himself, who is a reputable geneticist and head of population science. So I'm gonna let him speak.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree that he's reputable
For himself, and it was.
Well, it's actually on you. It's actually on you right now, Callie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the next question.
Well,
I'd like you, Callie Enigma.
I do have a quick comment I'd like to add in. I'm used to structured debates where you're debating one topic. I'm not here to debate whether there were freeborn Blacks and debate whether Blacks come from Africa or they're Aboriginal and debate whether there's Aboriginal Black Americans before Columbus. So again, let's keep the focus on Black Aboriginals, because when I was here the other day, he made the claim that there was no such thing as Black Aboriginals, and that's what I'm here to debate. If he wants to have a second debate about
actually
freeborn Black,
no, you can
hold on, guys. We have to have order. None of this was discussed yesterday. I set the debate up. I wrote the questions. If someone doesn't want to answer the questions, they can choose not to answer, and then we can move to the next question. But there are questions for both of you based on your ideologies. So Cali Enigma, define Black American. Cali Enigma, define Black. Cali Enigma, Cali Enigma, Cali Enigma, define Black American.
Comment I was making, before I was interrupted.
Excuse me.
Can I finish my comment before I was interrupted?
Well, actually, no, because we have a format here. So I have to answer the questions, and I asked you, and you didn't use up your 5 minutes. I understand your point, and you'll definitely have a time to do that. But right now,
I'll still say my
child messy
comment. My comment is, if he wants to have a second debate about freeborn Blacks, we can do that. I don't know why you didn't want to allow me to finish that, but go ahead.
Well, because there's a format. I don't understand what your issue with the format is. If you had these issues, you should have brought them up yesterday. I'm the moderator. I have questions that are going to be asked. They are fair questions. If you're trying to make this a smaller.
But what I'm trying to understand is, was the questions laid out yesterday? Or is he just finding out? Are they all just finding out the questions right now? Because, yeah, I think that's where I'm confused.
Debate with only one topic that should have been stated yesterday.
Your
Because
format was not stated yesterday.
even the topic,
So this is all new to me.
even the topic of the debate for you, Mike, was an issue. We understand that it's an issue, and it's taken into account. So, Cali Enigma, define Black American in the context of an ethnic group. You have 5 minutes.
Let me go ahead and screen share real quick. I'm gonna go pull this up. I want to go pull up Black American real quick. What is it, Black American? I actually want to pull up the definition instead of just talking about it myself. So yeah, let me go pull it up. So let me go look up. Give me a second. Pull it up. All right. So I'm gonna pull this up as far as the Oxford Dictionary. And oh no, that's not what I wanted.
Child.
Can you pause my time for a second? While I pull this up, shouldn't take but a second.
Nope, your time is running. There's no pausing on the time. 5 minutes is 5 minutes.
All right, I don't mind. All right, let's pull it up. All right, let's go to. It's Kaizo, so I can screen share. Kaizo.
Yeah, just share the thing. Let us know which one, and I'll put it up.
No problem. All right. All right, so we're gonna go right here. We just start with this baseline. This is a wiki article right here. It's gonna give you a baseline. When I pull up Black American, this is what's gonna come up. It's gonna come up as African Americans. It says so. African Americans, also known as Black Americans or Afro Americans, are an ethnic group consisting of Americans with partial or total ancestry from Black racial group of Africa. African Americans can constitute the third largest racial ethnic group in the U.S. after white Americans. Hispanic and Latino Americans. The term African Americans generally denotes descendants of African enslaved in the United States. Most African American descendants of enslaved within the boundaries of the present United States, while some Black Americans on their children may have come to identify as African American. Majority of first generation immigrants do not prefer to identify with the nation of origin. Most African Americans are West African and coastal Central African ancestry with varying amounts of Western and Native ancestry, right? So we have that. Let's see. Also have, where did I put that at?
Child, what is going on?
I have something else.
Very annoying.
Here we go. No, that's not what
they'll get to it. Child. This look like some foolery.
Here we go.
Yeah, they live
And
right
so,
now too. I almost
actually
want to
wrote
go
this down,
forward.
too.
I wanted y'all to see
I
it
wanna
from the
pull this up
beginning,
so I
but
can
we
go
can go
directly to
forward
the
if y'all
part.
want to see it.
And I'm looking for.
Yeah, put this sunflower in the chat. Y'all just want to go up and see what they was talking about, but I kind of wanted y'all to see the debate.
Wrote that down. Jeez. Let's scroll down, and it actually breaks down the percentages of us as well. Let's see. Analysis.
You have
Here we
about
go.
a minute left.
About a minute left because it's gonna be quick. It's still the lower estimates of African ancestry and 23andMe African Americans, unlike most previous estimates, mean proportion of African ancestry would
From
typically
here, that
have
shit look like a
range
Wikipedia
77%
page.
to 93% African ancestry. Our estimates depending on exclusions are 73% to 75%. There are several possible explanations for our low mean African ancestry. if our ancestry composition estimates are downward biased, then African Americans might have levels of African ancestry consistent with other studies, and our results are simply underestimates. However, our ancestry composition estimates are extremely well calibrated for African Americans. From 1,000 Genome Project and consensus estimates, we see no evidence of downward bias. All right. So basically, that just gives you the breakdown. African Americans on average tend to be about 73% West African, with about 24% European and 0.8% indigenous. And I'll land right
Understood.
there.
Understood. Mike TV, the same question for you, and then the next question I think Mike TV will appreciate. So define Black Americans in the context of an ethnic group. Mike TV.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't have to go to Wikipedia to give a definition of what a Black American is as an ethnic group. It's anybody who can trace their lineage to the 18th century census or before that. Black Americans are an amalgamation of people. We are mixed with European, indigenous ancestry. Some of us have African lineage, and some of us even have some Spanish and some other things, which is why they made terms for us, such as mulatto and octoroon. So a Black American is anybody who can trace their lineage to America in the 18th century or before that. And that's simple. That's it. That's all. And I don't think that the other guy was even really.
And how many times have we said that shit? Do your own research into your own family to find out the truth about who you are. And I've said it on my channel many a times that we got admixture of all that stuff. That don't make us no predominant, no African. No, it don't. Y'all are weird. Y'all are weird. Yeah, Enoch, I know you don't like it, Enoch. I know. But it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's hard.
Prepared to give that answer. I think going to Wikipedia was a last minute thing, because if you notice, the last sentence he read there was "and mixed with Native American," and God damn it, that really messes up the whole argument he made the other day that there's no such thing as Native Black Americans. Furthermore, Nakmizi, can you let me know how much time I have left on the clock?
But ultimately, was your family here? You're right. Ultimately, your records don't lie. Cowper Aborigines, shout out to you. Your family records. At the end of the day.
You have 3 minutes and odd seconds. Go.
Okay, perfect. He keeps citing as his main source that we come from West Africa and we're this percentage of this and that percentage of that. He keeps talking about DNA. So I'm going to play a couple clips debunking DNA. I've got the first clip ready. If I can play it, Nakmizi.
For ethnicity. S for ethnicity. Entertainment value only. Entertainment value only. Entertainment value only. Entertainment value only.
William Gilliland is a biology professor at DePaul. He says DNA kits can be great for connecting family members and finding relatives, but the science for ethnicity testing isn't as concrete.
There's nothing that confident for ethnicity. There's no diagnostic nucleotide. You can say this person is from Europe, this person's from Africa.
It's exciting to make discoveries like this, but if they're not true, it's heartbreaking.
And I've got another clip, the one that has the lizard.
This is something
Oh, no, it's not that one. It's the one right next to it. Has a lizard and a mouth swab. White hands and a lizard. There we go. There we go. And just to kind of provide some comments on that last video, that was a woman who did a DNA test and it told her that she was a Jewish woman. And clearly she's a melanated Black woman. And that was a biologist that said straight up, DNA cannot tell you your ethnicity. And now this is a man who swabbed his lizard's mouth. And let's see what DNA test results his pet lizard got.
Me. And so with the help of my wife, we extracted enough saliva to send off in the mail. We were so excited to see the results. After about 3 months, we were shocked. My lizard was 51%.
Yeah, we gotta excuse people's language, but he actually said in the beginning that he's with the Muskogee. I think he said Muskogee Creek, I think. So we gotta excuse people's terminology. But at the end of the day, yeah, overall, he was spitting that fire.
Ashkenazi Jewish. He was also 48% West Asian. This was really interesting. They also gave us a little bit of his background and his history, what he liked to eat, etc. Let us know which animal's DNA we should send in next.
So there we go. We got a DNA test result that is saying a pet lizard is Asian and European. All right. And I got one more thing. We've got a PDF that's white and it has some blue letters and bold.
Mike, you're down to your final seconds, Mike.
Okay. Then I'll save the other one for next time. Okay. Okay, yeah, go for it. All this is saying is no government nor tribe actually uses DNA tests to prove whether somebody is indigenous or to prove their lineage. So
I agree, Cop Aborigines. We absolutely do. But, you know, when we come into it the correct way, you know. So
governments don't go by DNA, tribes don't go by DNA. I don't know why the pan goofies want to go by DNA to say that we're from Africa. And I can see it.
All right. So I will give Cali Enigma 2 minutes to respond to the presentation of Mike TV.
what is the T?
Mike TV will also have 2 minutes to rebut what Cali Enigma says on his response. Cali Enigma, go.
Let me play this little quick clip.
Y'all, is it acting up on? Can y'all hear it? Let me get this shit straight.
Let me hold on. Let me screen share.
Because he's screen sharing, I'm gonna up it up and
Let's get this together. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this together. Because everything should be good. Internet wise, everything should be copacetic. Yeah. All right, there we go. But real quick, let's just take a little second. Like not even that long. Hold up.
Shout out to the mama chief. Yeah, you be quiet when Big Mama speak. What she gave us is a part of me. It flows through my arteries. Even on that journey, that love grows how the garden be. The first to teach us when we sick, the first to heal us. Mama's boy, yeah, you know, her pride and joy. Soul food, yeah, you know, I'ma enjoy. Calm you down just by the sound of a voice. There isn't another feeling inside when they cheering you on at your game and you feeling the pride. You and your siblings fighting, she gon' make you put them feelings aside. She can't lead you down the road, but she can give you the guide. Where you think I get that blissful look in my eyes? I need a side of ice cream with Big Ma's apple pie. You know for sure for Mama Chief, you know I'ma ride. Cause we all need our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all love our Mama Chiefs. The greatness, the patience, the foundation, the knowledge passed down so many generations, our motivation. I just want to thank you for my creation. Cause we all love our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all need our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all ride for Mama Chief. The dedication, I seen your tears at my graduation. Now look, my your boy that made it. You the reason I'm one of the greatest. Yeah, cause we all need our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all love our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all ride for Mama Chief. Now be quiet, let Big Mama speak.
to 4 minutes for technical aspects.
It should not still be acting up. Somebody hating. Hang on, y'all, because it should be working just fine. I hope y'all doing real good tonight. Peace and love to y'all.
If
Peace
anybody
and love.
wants
I
to
see
click the
y'all
link,
eating
call
it
in.
up
Let
in
me
the
know what you
chat.
think about this debate. Let me know if you want to see more live debate.
All right. So let's see if I can get it back to where I had it at. Hang on, y'all.
His wife's like Mexican.
Aboriginally actually means.
Okay, nah, that's not it. Give me a second, y'all. I hope y'all doing good. Hang on, we gonna get back into this joint.
Destroyed Kifaru.
See, Youngin was cooking. I ain't gonna hate on
Destroyed Nat Measy because he used to be Pan African. Then he said he's Cherokee, and now he's on the.
No, you're not sharing it.
I'm gonna say this really.
It's about to be done now.
Just clear, okay.
Okay. Well, remember we.
Welcome to everyone that is listening on the replay and those that are here with us live. This is the first heavy hitters.
Americans, the term African Americans generally denotes descendants of African enslaved
Americans have, and actually it's disrespectful.
Lizard guy.
Me. And so with the help of my wife, we extracted enough saliva to send off in the mail. We were so excited to see the results. After about 3 months, we were shocked. My lizard was 51% Ashkenazi Jewish. He was also 48% West Asian. This was really interesting. They also gave us a little bit of his background and his history, what he liked to eat, etc. Let us know which animal's DNA we should send in next.
So there we go. We got a DNA test result that is saying a pet lizard is Asian and European. All right. And I got one more thing. We've got a PDF that's white and it has some blue letters in bold.
Mike, get down to your final seconds, Mike.
Okay. Then I'll save the other one for next time. Okay. Okay, yeah, go for it. All this is saying is no government nor tribe actually uses DNA tests to prove whether somebody is indigenous or to prove their lineage. So if governments don't go by DNA, tribes don't go by DNA. I don't know why the pan goofies want to go by DNA to say that we're from Africa. And I can see it.
All right. So I will give Cali Enigma 2 minutes to respond to the presentation of Mike TV, and Mike TV will also have 2 minutes to rebut what Cali Enigma says on his response. Cali Enigma, go.
Let me play this little quick clip. Let me screen share.
Because he's screen sharing, I'm gonna up it up until 4 minutes for technical aspects.
Anything. This is somebody's debate. It's a debate.
Yeah, for future control, you can just share it and then let us know, and leave it in the background and let us know when you're ready to put it up.
Y'all keep saying it was debunked. Put a receipt in that motherfucking chat and I'll show it.
Be tall and of a dark brown complexion. Let's keep reading. Though found in the Caribbean Isles by the Europeans on their first arrival in America, the Carib race is identical in outward appearance with the African Negro. Conquered and dispersed, the only remnant of the Caribs occupied a portion of the island of St. Vincent, where the whole population was brought by the British authorities. Damn, so they saying people even in the Caribbeans were Aboriginal looking just like an African Negro. It says right here about noon on the third day of the rest, they were startled by seeing 7 canoes of Indians come out from a clump of rushes on the marshy ground nearby and paddle towards them. In the bow of the first canoe stood a leader, an Indian, as tall as the great Philistine and as black as a Negro. This is another book, Philosophical and Antiquarian, Aboriginal History of America. Though America possesses some dark brown men approaching to be black, yet it has been almost universally believed that there were no Aboriginal blacks or Negroes found on this continent. But from considering the peculiar circumstances under which a black race was found in North America, I hold it more probable that the common opinion is erroneous. So he's saying that's false. There are Aboriginal blacks. He goes on to say the Californians showed no manner of surprise at the sight of some Negroes that accompanied this Viscano on his voyage. So this Spanish dude Viscano comes to North America with a Negro slave, and the natives aren't surprised by seeing this Negro. They actually go on to say here that when the Negro was ordered to distribute a biscuit to the Californians at the Saint of Barnabas, the natives seemed greatly pleased at the sight of a Negro, and they signified to him that they lived in friendship and in correspondence with people of his color, and that not far from there was a Negro village. Damn. Now they try to rationalize it. This explorer tries to say, well, maybe there were some Negro slaves that were left behind on some previous voyages. He supposes that the Negroes were left there by some ship from the Philippine Islands, right? But it says here that the Negro character of the Indians on the coast has been distinctly remarked by various navigators. Even of the present day, we deem it impossible that any few individuals who were probably without women with them when left on this coast could have been able to communicate their peculiar complexion and features to entire nations, even after a period of 200 years. So what he's saying is, damn, we see black natives. And I wonder if some of these black natives were just slaves that were left behind from some other explorers. And then they say, no, even if they were slaves, they weren't left with women. So it makes no sense how they have their whole village and speech and culture here in North America if they were just left here from some earlier slave trade. And we're talking about pre-transatlantic slave. But we can keep on reading. The evidence is right in front of our eyes. This is a book written over 100 years ago. I don't have to play a video by some Dr. Pan-African on the Amun-Ra channel, right? It says, after 70 years of the voyage of Cortez, apparently much too short of a time for Negro villages to have been built, while those inhabitants that the natives have formed leagues of friendship. It's saying right here, it's impossible that these Aboriginal black folks were dropped off by some other boats because that's too short of a time for them to build these villages. That's too short of a time for the other redskin and white skin natives to have built leagues of friendship. Come on. It says from the plates.
You're at 6 minutes, 20 seconds.
Okay. Well, I can see my time. We can do some more reading later.
All right, cool. Perfect. Cali Enigma, I'm going to give you a minute and 30 seconds to rebut this, or should I just go to the next question? The next question is actually kind of redundant. It's about what you guys are talking about now.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about it. So I already know what he's talking about. So he was talking about those Afro-Indigenous people, which are the Garifuna. So the people that you were talking about from St. Vincent Grenadines, right? Those are West Africans that crashed in and they mixed with the indigenous people of St. Vincent Grenadines, known as the indigenous Caribs. They were later moved to Honduras and the rest of Central America, which you will see them today in Belize. They're in Guatemala, Livingston, Guatemala. They're in Honduras, Roatan. They're in Nicaragua.
The name Cali Enigma for a man. I mean, I'ma just be quiet. Hang on, y'all. I need this again because I see the Pan-African energy is heavy.
Yeah. With them wild Indians like dog. Say what? Hit them high, hit them low. Aboriginal flow. You pants best to lay low and get the wrath for show. Coming round here trying to tell us who we is, but these niggas don't know who the fuck they is. With that pseudo talk about we came on boats, chained on boats, fools can't even stay afloat. Debate league, where they all get choked out, smoked. Riding on them boards with the truth we spoke. Deplete they whole fleet, burnt mesquite, tear them out the frame. Every time we bang, bing bing on they brains. Got them slumped up on the panels. Who's don't stand on candles? World all in shambles and begging for handles. Sitting at the back door for hours talking about let me in. Nah, nigga, we ain't friends. It's all about the Aboriginals, wild Indians. It's all about the Aboriginals, them wild Indians. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. That's what's up. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. When I see a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, kill a see a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan when I see a pan, kill 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 a pan when I see a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, when I see a pan, when I see a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, when I see a pan, when I see a pan, when I see a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, when I see a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, when I see a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, when I see a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan.
They said Killer Pan is crazy. Shout out to Juice. Yeah, I gotta go find that cop Aborigines. I be scared to. I'm gonna go look for it. Give me.
You'll see them in blue fields. You'll see them down in Costa Rica. You'll see them in Panama, right? So we can actually pull that up, and it'll actually tell you what they are made of. So I'm going to pull this up real quick. It's gonna be very, very brief. Quick screen share. Present. Okay, share screen. Share screen, and we're gonna go right here. So we can actually pull this up, and I'm gonna read it to you. It says Garifuna, also known as Garifuna, descendants of Afro-Indigenous populations from the Caribbean island of St. Vincent, who were exiled to Honduran coast in the 18th century and subsequently moved to Belize. Garifuna mainly live on the coast, but also are very present in towns and villages. Some Garifuna live alongside the Creole population in main towns. The Garifuna communities live mainly on agriculture, fishing, foreign remittances sent by relatives abroad. Some are also involved in the technical trades. Garifuna who live in the rural areas mainly pursue substance lifestyle, while those in the urban areas live similarly to the Creole neighbors, pursuing professional occupations. I just don't have
All
much
right,
time.
pause right
I'm
there,
done.
Callie. Pause right there because I got to ask the next question. You took your time back. The next question is, were Native/Black Americans in the Americas before slavery? Now continue with your thought.
Okay, repeat that question again.
Were Native Black Americans or Black Americans in America before slavery?
No. No, not at all.
Well, you have 5 minutes to
You talk about some no, absolutely not. Where's your proof? We were free in America during pre-colonial times and beyond. That is horrendous.
Don't have evidence of that unless you're going to talk about these things where there were some Africans in there before slavery. There were Africans that came along with Christopher Columbus, right? And the Spanish that sailed over here. But those are very few. It was only like it wasn't like a black folks in abundance. We know about that. But you are not going to find wholesale black folks being free, or after we call it the Afro-Indigenous group before slavery. Not at all.
That is a goddamn lie. That is a goddamn lie.
So let's go on. Let's pull up some other stuff.
He just said that, but he not gonna pull out no source to back that up. He just gonna say it wasn't no blacks pre-slavery. You crazy.
Let's pull up. Matter of fact, let me pull up some other stuff. This is not.
Got no receipts.
Let's continue to read more on the Garifuna, right? So historical context: the Garifuna, aka Black Caribs, are mixed African Indigenous, Kaling, Nago, Taino, Arawak. It's these descendants of the African survivors of human cargo ships that were wrecked off the island of St. Vincent in 1675. These are Africans along the steady stream of Maroons, escaping slavery on the other Caribbean islands, found refuge and started families with the indigenous Kalinago population an Afro-Indigenous culture developed that existed independently of.
I don't understand. If only 388,000 Africans came to North America, how does that make up of our whole genetic makeup? After all the generations we done been in America and beyond, when we know that they came and they were intertwining with our women as Africans. I don't know. This is crazy. It's hard, man, because that slave trade narrative really got shit twisted and jumbled up for real on the code.
The region's colonial forced labor plantation system, they became known as the Black Caribs of the Garifuna. The so-called Black Caribs, together with the indigenous Kalinago, created a formidable fighting force that resisted European colonizing efforts in the region for over a century, forcing both the British and the French to recognize St. Vincent as one several neutral islands, St. Dominican and St. Vincent. Conflict between the British and the Black or fighting Caribs, led by defiant paramount chief Joseph Chador Satuye, continued until 1796, when improved British armaments forced them to accept permanent exile as prisoners of war. And in April 1797, over 5,000 Black Garifuna were transported on British ships and abandoned on the deserted on Bay Island, Roatan. Many later moved to the mainland of Honduras and became allied with Spain. The Garifuna fought with Spanish against British pirates and military attacks. They also took the royalist side and in the Central American independence wars against Spain. As a result, became highly marginalized population in post-independence Honduras and see Honduras, Guatemala, and Nicaragua. So, no, you're not going to.
The only thing he said right was Nicaragua. Okay, listen.
Be able to find that every time you turn around, if you continue to look up Black folks in the Americas, they're going to be tied to slavery. Whether you go to Palenque, Colombia, San Lucia, right? If you go,
but it's like, why y'all keep saying it's only Black people that's tied to slavery when white people was enslaved too? They were slaves. Why do they keep making it seem like this was just some Black thing? This was just some Negro isolated thing. No, the fuck it was not. Y'all weird as shit.
If you go to Venezuela, Argentina, Brazil, all the way up from South America to Central America to the Caribbean to North America, Black folks, you'll see some free Black folks, and they wrote for themselves. You have an organization that was created in the 18th century. If you talk about North America, the United States.
But that's what we need to focus on. Why they keep acting like we're not supposed to focus on where we are, our mainland? The insanity.
But you are not going to find Black folks who are running around here free or Afro-Indigenous.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Child.
Without them being brought over by Europeans. That just didn't happen.
You still got a minute and a half left. Are you gonna just pass the mic?
I'm gonna pass the time. Pass the mic.
All right. So, Mike, same question. Were Native Black Americans or Black Americans in America before slavery?
Can you bring up the photo? It's one of the photos I had up earlier. There we go. Of course, the blacks in North America before slavery. I'm talking about North America. And when I read some text earlier, it did cite that there were Aboriginal blacks even in the Caribbean. And because the other guy heard Caribbean, now he wants to deflect and hyper focus on the Caribbean. I'm talking about North America. I already read document from Spanish explorers that said that they found Aboriginal blacks living amongst the red and white skinned natives. So I guess that man just lied for no reason, huh? I guess all of these explorers, 16 maps and 7 portraits of famous explorers, each surrounded by framed borders. I guess the Europeans were just lying when Avery visual representation of as early as the 16th century depicted melanated people. What vested interest does the European explorer have for lying and putting all these black native images out there if there were no black natives in America before slavery? It makes no sense. Can you go back to the native docs slide? Okay. So this says right here, from the plates of chorus voyages, of which I had but a slight examination, they appear to resemble very nearly the blacks of Hindostan, of whom a few Marathans only have fallen under my personal observation. But it is well known that many of the Hindu race are only distinguished by the straightness of hair from the Africans. So he's saying, listen, we even found black folks in India, but we call them different from the Africans because they got straight hair and the Africans got curly hair. And he's using that to compare, hey, we're finding black folks in North America, and we also know they're different from the Africans because they don't have that curly hair. It says this circumstance has been noticed by Strabo as the distinction between the two races, as we cannot admit for a moment that these are American blacks were ever driven by stress of weather across the Pacific Ocean to California. What he's saying is they found Aboriginal blacks in California, and they said, hey, we don't have any evidence that they traveled across the transatlantic sea. We don't have evidence that they were explorers from Africa. We don't have evidence that they came and settled. From what we can tell, these are Aboriginal people. It says, unless it is proved that they are the descendants of the Negroes left by the Spaniards, it will follow of necessity that they have been settled in America from the earliest ages. And we already heard him say earlier that they don't believe the hypothesis of them being Negroes left by the Spaniards because they wouldn't have been able to build villages and their own culture and their own language and their own customs and have friendship and camaraderie with the other 9 races of Native Americans. It says straight up there was 10 different races of Native Americans here in North America. In another part of America, if reliance can be placed upon the correctness of the relation, a race of blacks were seen so early of a period of our history that it seems impossible to avoid the conclusion that they were Aboriginal. God damn it, if I had my soundboard, I'd drop a bomb right there. He just said it's impossible. It's impossible to avoid the conclusion that they are Aboriginal. Come on. He says that there's a region not above 2 days' journey in which they found only blackamoors, and those exceeding fierce and cruel. Man. The circumstance of finding them there, he attempted to explain by the conjecture that they were Ethiopians who had crossed the Atlantic to rob the country. So peep game. The European is admitting there's black Aboriginals in North America, and they're even trying to rationalize it. Were these maybe some slaves left by the Spaniards? No, that makes no sense. Slaves are worth so much money. Why would they leave hundreds of slaves? And if they have no women with them, how do they build up communities and have friendship with the other natives? He says, oh, well, maybe they were Ethiopians who came across the transatlantic to rob North America. But even then, they say, nah, that don't make no sense. So either way you slice it, we have European explorers saying that there were melanated Aboriginals in North America, and you cannot refute this. There is no Pan-African YouTube channel clip that you can play to refute that. This is a book that was written over 100 years ago. The facts are right before your eyes. If reliance can be placed upon the correctness of the relation, a race of blacks were seen at so early a period of our history that it seems impossible to avoid the conclusion that they were Aboriginal. And this is hundreds of years before the transatlantic slave trade. I also have a video that's in black and white. And how am I doing on time?
You're 30 seconds over. If you would agree to give Callie his time back.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, go for it. Yeah. If I knew I was 30 seconds over, shit, I would have stopped earlier.
No problem. So, Callie, you want to take 45 seconds to rebut that, or do you want to go to the next question?
I got one question for him, which is, where are you?
This isn't the question back and forth. That's the.
No,
all right, so we have a source request. Mike TV, can you source up?
Yes, the first book that I read from is The Voyage of Discovery, South Sea and Bering Straits 18th century, first volume. The second book was the Journal of the Royal Geographic Society of London. And that's the wrong screen. If you can go back to the other one that had the slideshow. And the third book I was reading from is
Guys, give it up for Mike TV and this joint going in and not playing with them.
Philosophical and Antiquarian concerning the Aboriginal history of America. Those are my sources.
Does that satisfy your question, Callie?
Now, can you repeat that again? I'm writing it down. I had to get a notepad. I had my notepad, but I dropped my pen for a second. Philosophical and antiquarian. Okay, philosophical and
if you need me to repeat the other ones, I can do that for you.
Yeah, I had dropped my pen. Appreciate that,
Okay.
bro.
So the first one is Voyage of Discovery.
Voyage of Discovery.
South Sea and Bering Straits.
South Sea and Bering Straits.
And the second one is the Journal of the Royal Geographic Society of London.
The Royal Geographic?
The Journal of the Royal.
Journal of the Royal Geographic. Okay.
The Journal of the Royal Geographic Society of London.
Royal Geographics. Right. Okay.
Oh, and since you have a pen ready, I haven't brought the source up yet, but I'm going to cite it, so you might as well jot this down. But there's a book called Freeborn Men of Color Fighting in the Revolutionary War. And actually, more specifically, the title is Revolutionary Blacks Discovering the Frank Brothers, Freeborn Men of Color, Soldiers of Independence.
Right. Got that. Okay. When we're ready to go to the Freeman discussion, I'll be ready to go. I appreciate those sources, though, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, of course.
All right, next question for Callie Enigma. We're not going before slavery, we're jumping right into the thick of the slavery period. Are Native Black Americans, were they just admixed Africans or mislabeled Native Americans?
No. They were absolutely. They were admixed Africans. We have the genetics to support that. We have, matter of fact, I want to post, let's say Rick Kittles, right? Since he said that Rick Kittles is biased, but matter of fact, I really should pull up this.
Why you want to keep talking about some Rick Dickles? Nick, what's his name? I'm talking about some Nick. Rick Dickles. Diggitos.
Say I'm hustling and I'm grinding. I'm making moves with my money on my mind, and I can't fall short. Always keep it thousand, slow mo. Say I'm hustling and I'm grinding. I'm making moves with my money on my mind, and I can't fall short. Always keep it thousand, slow mo.
And I don't have that much time, so I'll just go straight to this. But we have this. So we got this this article, right? And I'm going to screen share it real quick. It's something that I'm actually gonna show myself if I have much. How much time do I have?
4 minutes,
Not
30 seconds. 4 minutes, 30 seconds.
all right. Here we go. So we're gonna address the feasibility of people of African descent, finding living Africans, using direct to consumer genetic testing. So we have this peer-reviewed article. This is a peer-reviewed article right here from a reputable company, right? And here it goes. It's an abstract. It says people of African descent use direct to consumer genomics services such as 23andMe, Ancestry DNA for various family histories, health reasons, including identifying and interacting with the previous known living African genetic relatives. In this commentary, argued that it is reasonable to consider the cousin pairs consisting of African person and a descendant of African person enslaved in the Americas during the transatlantic slave trade, i.e., a person of African descent, have genealogical ancestors recent enough to be detected using autosomal of 20 to 6 generations ago from the present, right? So we
if his only leg to stand on is DNA, this isn't even a debate. Furthermore, let's play the.
The MSM is proud to announce that noted researcher, health disparities expert Rick Kittles, PhD, will join MSN as a senior vice president of research on August 1st. From exploring the human genome to examining cancer outcomes, Dr. Kittles has conducted groundbreaking research throughout his career. He has a proven track record of demonstrating real-world impacts that are informed by data, said MSN President CEO Valerie Montgomery Rice, MD of FALCOG. We are thrilled that Dr. Kittles is bringing his expertise to MSM. We are excited to work with him as we create the future of global health equity. Dr. Rick Kittles joins MSM from City of Hope in Duarte, California, where he is currently a professor, founding director, Division of Health Equities within the Department of Population Sciences, associate director of health equities in City of Hope Comprehensive Cancer Center. Dr. Kittles has extensively studied the overlapping intersections of race, ancestry, genetics, health disparities, with a particular focus on prostate cancer among African Americans.
You're at 6 minutes. Mike, did you want to wrap that point up, Callie? You're at 6 minutes.
Yeah. Nah, you can go right there. That's it.
All right, Mike TV, you have 5 minutes plus 1 minute. But what Callie just said, actually, let me repeat the question, Mike. During slavery time, were Black Americans just admixed Africans or mislabeled Native or Aboriginal Native Americans?
They were both. We know that the official narrative, if you can bring up the slide that says 4%. Hopefully my time's paused. Kaiser, are you there? I need the slide that says 4%. No, that doesn't say 4%. Nope.
And so with the help of my wife,
not a video. There we go. Yeah, this one. So the transatlantic slave trade did happen. I'm not saying it never happened, but even the official narrative is that only 4%, roughly 470,000 men, women, and children were sent to North America. So yeah, there's some of us that descend from those 4%, and there's some of us that descend from Aboriginal Blacks. If you can go to the slide that says Plecker. Hopefully my time is paused. Nope, it's the one that says Plecker. It's black.
We extract.
Not a video. Here we go. Plecker's policies pressured state agencies to reclassify most citizens claiming Indian identity as colored. So we already know historically our government has reclassified people from native to colored. We also know that there were natives who were reclassified and then placed on plantation alongside those African slaves. So if there were no melanated Aboriginal people, how are they able to relabel them as color? If there's some white-skinned Elizabeth Warren-looking person, how do you relabel that as a person of color or a Negro person? It just makes absolutely no sense. And honestly, this is kind of a waste of time. This isn't even a real debate. His whole argument is based on DNA. It's all based on Ancestry.com and 23andMe, which we already know is fraudulent. I already played a clip from a geneticist that said DNA is entertainment only. I already played a clip from a man that did a DNA swab of his lizard, and it says his lizard was European in Asian. I already played a clip from a black woman who did a DNA swab, and it said that she was Jewish. So if his only leg to stand on is DNA, this isn't even a debate. Furthermore, let's play devil's advocate. Let's say your DNA test is true. Okay, you're African. You come from Africa. That's cool. You don't have to force this African identity on everybody else. Just because your DNA test said you come from West Africa somewhere, don't mean every single Black American is a descendant from those 4% of slaves trafficked during the transatlantic slave trade. Furthermore, Kaizo, if you can play the video that's backstage, it's a white man standing. It looks like a YouTube video. Nope.
I'm gonna hold y'all. He ate that up.
Enough saliva to stand off in the mail. We were so
Yep, that one. Perfect. So I've already played several videos where scientists are saying DNA tests are entertainment only. They're fraudulent. It's conjecture at best. I guess you need to see yet another scientist saying it's entertainment only. I mean,
comes from Scotland and Ireland. So I traded in my lederhosen for a kilt.
So you were shaking your head.
This is what drives me nuts, and I saw it all the time. Whether you want to wear lederhosen or something else is not tied to your DNA.
Okay. Timothy Caulfield is a health policy professor who studies the ancestry business.
It's an exciting story, right? It's about you, right? And so I get why they're doing it, but is it really what's happening? Can they really be that accurate? I think they're selling something that isn't really supported by the science.
With 23andMe.com, you can find out your percentages of DNA from 31 populations around the world.
What do you think about the messages that are being sent to consumers?
I think it's misleading. These companies are really trying to push the idea that this is scientific, right? They are using scientific language and they present it in a way that looks very sciencey and precise.
Caulfield says what people are really buying is entertainment.
I think it's recreational science. They can have a little bit of fun with this stuff. Don't take it too seriously, but know that you are just getting some information that is an approximation of how your DNA compares to other people. It's not tracing back your heritage.
It's not tracing back your heritage.
What do you think about the messages that are being sent to consumers?
I think it's misleading.
It's misleading.
These companies are really trying to push the idea that this is scientific, right?
These companies are trying to push the idea that it's scientific.
They are using scientific language and they present it in a way that looks very sciencey and precise.
Caulfield says what people are really buying is entertainment.
I think it's recreational science. They can have a little bit of fun with this stuff.
It's recreational science. Let me go ahead and share a different screen if I can, Kaizo. I've got it queued up right here. It looks like a Google browser or something. Nope, it's black. There we go. There we go. So again, we already know DNA tests are entertainment at best. We already know that explorers as early as the 16th century portrayed the Aboriginal Americans as melanated, dark-skinned black folks. Y'all already saw me read books that are hundreds of years old, so they can draw, but that they were black natives. Now it's saying right here that Native Americans, especially those with African ancestry, were sometimes kidnapped into slavery by early colonists and enslaved on plantations. And there's black Aboriginals. They're supposing that they come from Africa. They're supposing that maybe, thousands of years ago, they traveled from Africa or whatever. But if natives look black and red, then how were they able to relabel them and place them on plantation along with the African slaves? It says Native Americans, especially those with African ancestry, were sometimes kidnapped into slavery by early colonists and enslaved on plantations. Colonists used the term Negro to refer to slaves and Negros de Tara to describe war captives that they took from indigenous lands. Oh, damn it, Negress. And it translates to blacks of the land.
Yep. Negroes of the land. Yep. Negroes de Tara.
Come on. Make it make sense. And again, the only leg he has to stand on is DNA testing, which we've already proven is entertainment value at best.
All right, Mike TV, you just hit 6 minutes. I mean, 6 seconds, 6 minutes actually. So everybody's made hold on their time. I am not perfect. There was a couple of speed bumps with the timekeeping in the beginning. I think everybody has satisfied their time constraints. So now we get to the point where it's going to be a freestyle, back and forth. Now you guys can ask each other questions and
Hey, we gonna stick to the information.
and get at it. Everything's on the table as it relates to this debate here. Kaizo, in about 8 minutes, I'd like for you to drop a poll as to who these people felt won the debate, because at 8 minutes into this back and forth, the debate would have already been won in the minds of the people that are watching. So if you could drop that in 8 minutes for now. So now I'm going to turn it over to Mike TV and the Cali Enigma. Go.
Okay,
Yeah,
so first things this. Let me talk about. Hold on, no, before we go, because I want to ask you about that last guy. So the last guy
on who gets asked the first question.
The last guy.
Wait, hold on. Do I have to flip a coin? Is that what you guys want to do? You want to flip a coin because you can't see me flip a coin.
Okay, well, I really want to ask him about that last video. The last guy.
Hold on, Callie. We're getting to who's going to ask the first question.
I think it would be fair if I asked the first question, since at the beginning I conceded and let him provide the first opening remarks. I think it's only fair if now that we're in a freestyle round, I can ask the first question. You got the first opening remarks.
That sounds fair. Callie, you agree with that?
Go for it.
Mike TV, set it off.
Other than DNA testing, do you have any other source you can cite to assert your claim that every single Black American comes from an African lineage?
Yes, but first thing, let me hop on something because I want to post. I want to attack some of the things that you already had posted first. But yes, Black Americans. Yes, we have a ton of evidence that Black Americans are of Western and Central African descent. If you look at the writings, right, the Black people wrote for themselves. So we have organizations that was created by Black folks going back to the 17th century. You didn't have anybody writing stating that they were Aboriginal to this land unless they were mixed with African, if they were claiming to be, Black, right? So if they were Black, you're going to have people like Paul Cuffey. You're going to have others as well who are mixed African and in Native ancestry. So I can show you organizations like created like the Free African Society by Absalom Jones and Richard Allen. And these people, they spoke for themselves. And when they spoke, they talked about the enslaved Africans across the Americas. And their goal was to try to help free these people. And they never brought up people being Aboriginal to
the Free African Society hold up, because that doesn't even sound right.
And it translates to blacks of the land. Come on, make it make sense. And again, which we've already proven.
All right, Mike TV, you just hit 6 minutes. I mean, 6 seconds, 6 minutes actually. So everybody's made hold on their time. I am not perfect. There was a
why I'm invalidating their source.
All right, shit, it's acting up. I got the stress. I'm telling you now.
So if they're to relabel them as color, if there's some white-skinned Elizabeth Warren-looking person, how do you relabel that as a person of color or a Negro person? It just makes absolutely no sense. And honestly, this is kind of a waste.
The pair has shared ancestors in the range of 20 to 6 generations.
Fierce and cruel.
Hold up. What the fuck? My bad, y'all.
It's something that I'm actually gonna show myself. If I have much, how much time do I have? We have, matter of fact, I want to post let's say Rick Kittles, right? Since he said that Rick Kittles is biased, but matter of fact, I really should pull up this. I don't have that much time, so I'll just go straight to this. But we have this. So we got this article, right? And
Yeah, all I'm doing is showing the debate he had on somebody's channel. This is a debate with damn, I forgot Evaka's name. The person that is with Not a Coincidence. Him.
it's something that I'm actually gonna show myself. If I have much, how much time do I have?
4 minutes 30 seconds. 4 minutes 30 seconds.
All right, here we go. So we're gonna address the feasibility of people of African descent finding living Africans using direct to consumer genetic testing. So we have this peer-reviewed article. This is a peer-reviewed article right here from a reputable company, right? And here it goes. It's abstract. It says people of African descent use direct to consumer genomics services such as 23andMe, Ancestry DNA for various family histories, health reasons, including identifying and interacting with the previous known living African genetic relatives. In this commentary, argued that it is reasonable to consider the cousin pairs consisting of African person and a descendant of African person enslaved in the Americas during the transatlantic slave trade, i.e., a person of African descent, have genealogical ancestors recent enough to be detected using autosomal DNA.
And they lying about all that shit. Because they know goddamn well. Okay.
Testing where the pair has shared ancestors in the range of 20 to 6 generations ago from the present, right? So I have proof of that directly ancestry DNA. I can pull that up and I can actually show that myself. And I can actually pull up or the search, right? So I can actually pull up someone that I'm related to, right? And so we pull up. I'm gonna pull up this person right here, and I can show you right here. This person is born in Nigeria. I'm born in the United Kingdom. And this is gonna be our her ethnicity breakdown. There's mine. There's his.
We can't see it on the screen.
It's not sharing. He's not. He's not showing it. Oh, Kaiser, you gotta come in.
No, you're not sharing it.
They're saying DNA tests are entertainment only. They're fraudulent. It's conjecture at best. I guess he needs to see yet another scientist saying it's entertainment only. I think it's just going in one ear and out the other.
German metal. 52% of my DNA comes from Scotland and Ireland. So I traded in my lederhosen for a kilt.
So you were shaking your head.
This one drives me nuts, and I saw it all the time.
This is
whether you want to wear lederhosen or something else is not tied to your DNA.
Okay. Timothy Caulfield is a health policy professor who studies the ancestry business.
The name off the top of my head.
Okay,
Yeah,
so first things this.
can I ask
Let me
the
talk
first
about.
question?
Hold on, no, before we go, because I want to ask you about that.
Do I have to flip a coin? Is that what you guys want to do? You want to flip a coin because you can't see me flip a coin.
Okay, 'cause
Well,
I really want to
actually,
ask you about that last video, the last guy. To the last guy, you
Hold
brought up,
on, Callie. We're getting to who's going to ask the first question.
I think it would be fair if I asked the first question, since at the beginning I conceded and let him provide the first opening remarks. I think it's only fair if now that we're in a freestyle round, I can ask the first question. You got the first opening remarks.
That sounds fair. Callie, you agree with that?
They're doing it, but is it real?
There's always some tea.
Written in London, they ain't got no vested interest to lie to us. But an African doctor selling African DNA tests, oh, damn, that affects his bottom line, whether or not we
talking about
believe
Black
the
American?
DNA tests.
What makes? Hold on. Now tell me, what makes DNA tests fake? I want you to explain to me
I
what makes
already pulled
DNA
it up.
tests fake.
I already pulled it up.
No,
There
but
was a
you didn't
lizard
pull
that
up.
swabbed his mouth. The
No,
lizard was
but you didn't pull up geneticists. None of
We
those
pulled
guys
the
you
clip.
put up were geneticists.
That said that they are entertainment purposes only.
No, but
There was
not
a
one of
clip
those guys.
last time I pulled up,
You hear what
and
I'm
it said
saying?
that he's Jewish.
Did you know? Did you pull up one of those? Not one of the guys you presented were geneticists. The
Yes,
guys who actually do the work.
the first one I did.
What's
Mac,
the
if
first
I can
guy's name?
replay the first video, if I can
No,
replay
what's
the
his
first
name?
video,
What does he do so I can pull him up? What's his name so I can pull him up?
Sir, let's
That's
get
what I
back to
know.
the topic at hand. You were
No, we are
trying
the
to
topic at hand,
discredit
but I
my
want to say no.
brought up.
I am. I'm going to discredit your book.
Let's bring it down. Let's bring it down. Let's bring it
And
down.
are you finally going to tell me how that's not a reputable source?
Yes, I am. I'm going to do both.
Let's
So I'm
not
gonna
get ahead
pull
of
up-
ourselves now.
No, I'm going to pull up. I'm going to do both.
No. Let's stay in order. So I will remain silent until you tell me why the book that I brought up, written in the 1800s, why that's not a reputable source. I'll wait.
Okay. I'm going to do both. I'm going to present that video. And give me something to do both. All right. This real quick.
And to my live viewing audience, I put a poll in the chat. Let me know who you think won this debate.
All right. All right, I'm gonna
Damn,
go
it's
over
taking
here.
a long time to discredit my source, huh?
No, I'm grabbing some real quick.
And I don't even know why you have to bring up a copy of the book to discredit it. Can you just give us a little spoiler and let us know what about the book is false?
Pull this up.
Messy.
Sent. Right here. The mail. And I'm going to present screen share. And we're going to present this guy.
No. We're going in order.
and
Or
this
I'm
is gonna
leaving right
credit
now,
my
Mac
source.
Measy.
Nice
I'm not
and
going to
broad.
let him. No. We're going in order, or I'm leaving right now, Mac Measy. I'm not going to let him deflect. He said my.
I got you, Mike. I got you.
I'll pause it. I'll pause it and I'll go.
To tell me why my
I'll pause it and I'll go
and
do
now
that
you
real
want to bring
quick.
up some random
So,
videos from white.
so you can actually not get upset and turn around and run away. All right.
It's taking you
But
damn
that
near
doesn't
30
tell
minutes
me
to tell me
why
why my
that
book
book
is
is
involved.
false.
And now you want to bring up some random videos from white.
That guy's a
Bringing up about
geneticist too.
DNA has nothing to do,
But
that doesn't
talking
tell
about
me why that book
translation.
is involved. That doesn't tell me why my book is invalid. To do with that. Whatever you're bringing up about DNA has nothing to do with the first 10 accounts. Waiting for him. I got something that's all Black Aboriginal people. It has nothing to know who this doctor is that he's citing as a source.
All right, so first
Kaizo,
thing
I got something
and since
right
we're
there.
waiting for him.
Okay, so what's the tea? And why is it repeating?
be fair. If I state that someone's source is suspect, I have to have a something that I think is suspect. So without the page, because he's not going to give it, what about his source that he said do you think is suspect?
Well, first thing, what I really believe, what it's really, what's bad about his source is, like I said before, it speaks about people being indigenous to this land, but it doesn't cite, it doesn't give you any citations. He doesn't have any sources in that book. Where are the sources in that book to actually support the claim that Black people were indigenous to this land? There is no sources in that book. So you're gonna say this one guy making the claim, but who's the guy? Who's the observer making the claim? Who is the observer? What's the name of the observer making the claim?
Why my source is not valid?
Yeah.
Or is he going to question me on the source?
No, I'm questioning you on the source. That's why.
Yeah, and I'm not here to be questioned on my source. I'm here to listen to you tell me why my source is not valid. So here, I'll be fair. I'll go ahead and put on a 60-second timer. If I don't hear you say why my source is not valid in 60 seconds or less, then that's all I have to say to you.
How about this? I don't feel, as someone who's unbiased here, that Callie has said what was weird about the source, except
I didn't say that.
That it didn't state who saw it, right?
Right.
All right. So let's move on from this. I like the closing statements from both sides. Who wants to go first?
Hold on. So if I understand correctly, he's saying my source is not a valid source because it doesn't say the name of the traveler?
Yes. I want to know what's the name of the traveler.
So if I go back to that slide, and if it cites the name of the traveler, then you'll agree that it's a valid source?
No. No, I'm going to look at. I'm going to look into your source.
I'm not going to let him waste
He said nope. Hey, refuse information. I mean, I didn't even know they had a little debate going on. So I said, let's just tune on in and watch it. You know what I'm saying?
My time
Box first.
He can go first.
Okay, I'll go first. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up this Walter Plecker. I'm going to pull this.
You don't need to pull up things to do closing remarks. They're called remarks.
Yeah, I am.
Hold on. Council, would you drop that poll so that we can have an answer by the time the closing remarks are done? All right, Callie, set it off with your closing remarks.
Yeah. Okay. So,
and my
this is part of my closing
8
remarks.
minutes ago, over on my live stream, 85% of the audience say that I won, and 15% of the audience say that he won.
Cool.
And yes, we're
okay.
So I'm not gonna waste my
First Walter Plecker, right? Walter Plecker, he actually, when he was speaking about reclassifying,
I'm not playing.
It was specific to Virginia. And the idea of the reclassification of indigenous people, and it wasn't mainly about indigenous people, it was about trying to keep the white race pure, right? So most of those indigenous people in Virginia at that time were already mixed with African or European or something. And what happened is that there were people who are African descent or quote unquote black passing Africans, or we should say white, or I should say, and white passing, white passing Africans or white passing Native Americans who he wanted to stop from using, gaining access to marriage licenses. He wanted to prevent them from going into white schools that are predominantly white and having white rights. And he wanted to keep tabs on those type of people. And that's why they came with the Reclassification Act. That wasn't widespread. That was pretty much limited to Virginia and outside of a few other states. It was not a whole nationwide effort to reclassify indigenous people. So I know where you got this stuff from Walter Plecker. This is the source right here. I will put this in the background, and that's one of my closing notes. But I really wanted to touch upon this today. This is what I really prepped for today, thinking that we were going to touch upon Freedmen. And as far as the Creek Freedmen, I went on the Creek Freedmen website, and on the Creek Freedmen website, they actually speak about themselves being of African descent. And actually, one of the first things they bring up It's the welcome. Here it goes right here. Muskogee Creek Indian Freeman Band, right? Muskogee Creek Freeman Indian Band. So it says, welcome to the official website. We are delighted that you are interested in learning about the unparalleled culture, heritage, history of Muskogee Creek Indian Freemen. We desire that the untold history of African Creek Indian is presented factually through historical documents, cultural events, and various educational programs that we implement and preserve in the pages of history. So this is here right on the website. One of the first things you see, these people acknowledge that they are of African descent. So this is what I actually prepped for. I thought that we were going to be discussing more of the freedmen and getting and touching into that. That's what I prepped for. We actually went in another direction, but that's okay. But this is my main point of contention.
You ain't prepped for nothing. He made it clear in the beginning.
You were saying that you were a Creek freeman, and freeman was someone who wasn't free, someone who was actually someone who was free the entire time, was never enslaved. And when you look that up, when you look up a freeman in the United States, I can actually show you the primaries that's going to support the evidence that freedmen were enslaved the entire time. So that's what I prepped for yesterday. I ended up getting another debate that I wasn't really prepped for. If I would have known for that, I would have prepped for this. But I was actually prepped for dealing with the freedmen. And this is what I wanted to show. I have a whole bunch of stuff dealing with the freedmen, a bunch of primary sources that I wanted to present that I didn't get a chance to do because we went in another direction. So yeah, this debate, this is not what I wanted to debate on. I was prepared for the debate about this other stuff, but it's cool, man. I appreciate the opportunity to debate, but this is what I wanted to debate you on. And once we go to the Creek Freeman's website, we can see that they are saying they are African descent and not Aboriginal. You know what I'm saying? They're not saying at all. They're saying they are African descent. They acknowledge they are African descent. And these people. And I also got another article from a lady that she's actually talking about her being an African descent, and now they've been in court. Have been in court against the Creek Nation to gain rights, to have health and benefits, so they can actually gain access to education. So this is what I came prepared for, and that's not the debate that we got. So, it is what it is. But I appreciate the opportunity anyway.
Mike TV.
Yeah, this was an utter waste of time. I mean, I provided sources going back to the 1600s, from picture sources to text sources to videographic sources. I mean, we've done an excellent job debunking DNA testing. The one source that he has promoting DNA testing is someone that's selling $700 DNA testing kits. Honestly, I just hope somebody from my channel watching this learn something.
He got burnt the fuck up.
Yeah. With them wild Indians locked up. Say what? Hit 'em high, hit 'em low. Aboriginal flow. You pants best to lay low and get the wrath for show. Coming round here trying to tell us who we is, but these niggas don't know who the fuck they is. With that pseudo talk about we came on boats, chained on boats, fools can't even stay afloat. Debate league, where they all get choked out, smoked. Riding on them boards with the truth we spoke. Deplete they whole fleet, burn mesquite, tear them out the frame. Every time we bang, bing bing on they brains. Got them slumped up on the panels. Fools don't stand on candles. World all in shambles and begging for handles. Sitting at the back door for hours talking about let me in. Nah, nigga, we ain't friends. It's all about the Aboriginals, wild Indians. It's all about the Aboriginals, them wild Indians. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. That's what's up. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. When I see a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan when I see a pan. No love for them haters when I see a man. Kill a pan when I see a pan. Kill a pan when I see a pan. when I see a pan, kill 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 a pan, when I see a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, when I see a pan, when I see a pan, kill a pan, kill a pan, when I see a pan, when I see a pan, when I see a pan,
Yes, period. I had to kick that back for Juice. Period, gang. Shout out to Juice. Shout out to my chat. Shout out to everybody that came in. Thank y'all so much. I'm having a good time. I see y'all over here vibing in the chat, getting that shit going. And just to let my mods know, like, to be honest with y'all, I try not to tell y'all what to do with y'all wrenches. Yeah, I feel like y'all want to block, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you not to block somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna tell y'all that y'all feel like it's coming across some type of way. That's what y'all got them for. So I don't think it's really my job to really monitor the chat, you feel me? So yeah, I keep dropping that John out there because I don't know if I'm gonna have anything more. I mean, it's kind of early, but late at the same time. Hold up, let me do.
What it look like, man?
Let's see, you know what it
Real,
is.
man. I feel the same way you feel about
Word.
I just don't want to rush,
can't
man. I just want to take it one day at a time.
Me too.
That way we can reach the highest point of friendship.
What's the highest point? Let me know.
Then whether you know how far to take this flight.
That's what I'm talking
Word.
about.
You don't just jump in the plane and fly. Don't know where you're going
Why
first.
not?
Just chill, baby. Just got you.
We don't have to run, baby, we can chill. Just be patient before we take it there. See, you don't really know me, and I don't really know you. Never lived a good life. Come on, let me show you. We don't have to run, baby, we can chill. Let's just be patient before we take it there. See, you don't really know me, and I don't really know you. Never lived a good life. Come on, let me show you.
See, you don't have to rush. Baby girl, be patient. Anticipation of love making. Got your legs shaking. See, every time I'm next to you, I feel your heart beat faster. But yet you try to hide behind your smile and your laughter. See, money's what I'm after, so all I do is chill. I'm out here on the grind. I'm trying to see a meal. You never seen this good life? Well, come on, let me show you. You never had a real hug? Well, come on, let me hold you. This life I lead is troublesome. You win some, you lose some. You lost one, then gain one. You want some, come get some. See, everything you want, you need, I got you. Even though you don't know me, I don't know you, baby, I got you. That's just how it goes to me. Rather have you next to me, never in front or back of me. You look good beside me, but we take it there. It's some things you need to know. We don't have to rush, baby, we can take it slow.
We don't have to run, baby, we can chill. Just be patient before we take it there. See, you don't really know me, and I don't really know you. Never lived a good life. Come on, let me show you. We don't have to run, baby, we can chill. Let's just be patient before we take it there. See, you don't really know me, and I don't really know you. Never lived a good life. Come on, let me show you.
Say if you like me, it's what you want. I ain't about games, I'm trying to front. See something that you want, then get it. Ice cream man always deliver, never late. I come on time. Tell me, girl, what's your room size? Sitting here, watch you visualize. I can't lie, see it in your eyes. Fantasize, I mean you all day, all night. Let me strap your seatbelt on before we take this flight. You know I'm helicopter high. Baby, you know I'm on a wide, baby, we can vibe. And that's just how it is. El Blizzo keep it realer than all the rest is. And don't compare me to them other dudes. I act a fool with my tool. Lock it down just for you. You got a man, you can keep him too. I don't want him, I want you. Got a couple friends, but I got a couple too. Just let me know, girl, what you wanna do. And we can keep it on the low, long as you know, baby, just take it.
We don't have to run, baby, we can chill. Just be patient before we take it there. See, you don't really know me, and I don't really know you. Never lived a good life. Come on, let me show you. We don't have to run, baby, we can chill.
My bad, y'all. Peace and love. Ooh, that was a T just now. All right, young. Like I ain't gonna keep on throwing it out there. I guess y'all scared to hit the link tonight. Y'all ain't got no energy for the kid. I understand it is kind of, I don't know, it's different over here on this end. Let's just say that. Let me go ahead because I really like this. I just wanted to give y'all that. I love that song. So peace and love to all the American Indian Aborigines. Shout out to everyone in my chat. Thank you to everyone who came through. Shoot, I mean, if there is nothing else, I mean, if y'all wanted to continue to listen to them, they still going in a little bit though. I think he just live on his end. Let me see.
Receiving around 4 to 5 million.
Yeah, I think he just live on his end. So it's all good, y'all. I'm really having a good time. I'm not doing too much tonight. I just wanted to come on and connect with the people, see how y'all was doing. Shit, like just get into that little spill or whatever, because I heard him speaking and I thought, he had some good stuff, despite what people may feel about somebody personally. We all ain't gonna like everybody. That's just how it is, you know what I'm saying? From slaves to state founders. Y'all ain't here cooking. Y'all's in this chat cooking. How you doing, Sir Sagittarius Jones? Free Papua TV. What's up, boo? I don't know. Yes, Nate Bad Guy, Aboriginal Israelite. Peace and love. Did I get everybody? Hold on, y'all, because I'm just like having a good time. It was a couple more things I wanted to do, but let me just see real quick.
How in the fuck is you hustling with these grams, man? I know it's all cap. All on my face with the fake smile, yeah, you can't get no dab. I got niggas that are shooters, all in your head like a nap. Up on the scene with them 223s and edit bitch out. No games, man, yeah, I got no time for this shit. I be the one to blame, so please don't you make me click. Hit the block like a march, yeah, yeah. They like a parade, drum sound, and you ducking and hiding, nigga. Better cover your face.
Hip hop used to be so hard. Now they dressing funny, driving fancy cars. Hoes used to be hoes, but now they stars. Man, I swear this shit done went way too far. Way too far, 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 way too far. Niggas still killing niggas. Pay your partner to hit ya. Hoes still fucking with niggas, never raising their children. Cluckers still paying deals, trying to catch them a feeling. I know a bunch of people who ain't never gonna have them. Pants way up their leg, crazy colors in their head, mumbling, rapping shit. Make a nigga say what he said. I know you think I'm tripping, this boy going fed, but I'm just telling you some of the things bouncing in my head. Hip hop used to be so hard. Now they dressing funny, driving fancy cars. Hoes used to be hoes, but now they stars. Man, I swear this shit done went way too far. Way too far, 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 way too far. Man, y'all got an old nigga singing and sweating in the booth trying to get this shit heard. Way too far, man. Bump your brakes, partner.
All right, y'all.
Republican leaders like Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Texas Governor Greg Abbott have been trying to make political points by sending migrants to Washington, D.C. and other sanctuary cities, and even to the home of President Biden and Vice President Harris. So today we're headed to a motel where some of these migrants have been staying. When you arrived to Texas, who greeted you and how did you end up on a bus that took you to D.C.?
Donde un amigo nos dijo que fuéramos al albergue San Pedro 7, donde nos apoyaron demasiado, que nos albergue en este hotel donde estamos ahorita. Gracias a ellos, bueno, nos ofrecieron estudios para los chamos, gracias a Dios.
Years. Self-declared sanctuary cities like DC should be an ideal place to land for people like him, who are looking for new beginnings.
Yo vengo de Venezuela. Decidí venir a un lugar que le dicen Colombia, sin importarme lo que es la vida de mis hijos, de mi esposa. Para adelante, le dábamos. De Colombia a Panamá robaron a 60 personas que iban adelante y violaron a 2 mujeres. Ya nos faltaba
Child, they try to kick me out. Hey, y'all. All right. All right.
Abbott has now to New York and Chicago and boasted that he's responsible for the direct relocation of over 10,000 people, most of whom are still clinging to their original dreams for life in the U.S.
Nosotros venimos con todo ánimo de portarnos bien, de trabajar, de estudiar, de darle calidad de vida a los niños y convivir con lo que son la gente de aquí de Washington, D.C.
DC is a sanctuary city in that it won't report people's immigration status, but the city has been extremely overwhelmed when it comes to accommodating thousands of unexpected migrants. Most of the aid has come from volunteers who launched the Migrant Solidarity Mutual Aid Network in the days after the first bus arrived.
3 or 4 months ago, we were just raising money from family and friends, and they ate some meals, so it's been a little bit easier, but we're all volunteers, so it's logistically challenging. And then there are random times where we just need to feed, this 20 people, and we don't have any donations, and we have to revert to using our own money or using funds that we fundraise.
What called you to want to do this work?
I would say, my father was an immigrant, and I just feel like at the end of the day, like all the people we work with are really just people, and if I'm ever in a situation where I need help, like I hope that people are helpful and friendly, and I just feel.
Okay, I don't know what the hell that was. All right, yeah. Hang on, y'all. Cause seriously though, this stuff real. See, I don't know why they hating on me showing that. Cause I don't know why. Yes, peace and love. Peace and love. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I don't know what's the tea why they hating, but hang on.
Feel like we needed to do what the city was not doing.
The city is only now catching up in offering aid 5 months after the first bus arrived. After several calls for help from volunteers, Mayor Muriel Bowser declared a public emergency.
This response will include a program to meet all buses on. Our primary focus is to making sure that we have a humane and an efficient welcome process that will allow people to move on to their final destinations.
The city council quickly passed an emergency bill to establish an Office of Migrant Services. But activists have pushed back on the bill, pointing out that the office is only for providing short-term aid and potentially excludes all migrants from accessing homeless services. So while the mayor's plan seems to be directed at migrants passing through, volunteers like Amy Fisher are continuing to support those who've decided to stay.
Oh my God, this is huge. We're seeing massive failures by both sides of the aisle at the local, state, federal level. We have a mayor that is pushing legislation that in many ways.
What is some of the stories that?
But girl, you know what? I ain't got time. They barely got funds and resources for the people who in DC. They was going off because it was one point Mayor Muriel Bowser actually had cut what's that, food stamps, TANF benefits and things like that to DC residents, like cutting their money literally, and their money was getting cut because of all this bullshit that was going on. Like literally, like she's trash. Like that shit is insane. They sitting over there, I'm mad at her because she ain't got no money to give. Shit, look, she could barely give it to the people that's here.
You are hearing from them once they finally arrive to DC. Are they excited? And did any of them, or did a lot of them even know that they were coming to DC?
Many of them did. I think that's the thing that's been interesting about this is as horrible as the intentions are, the reality is the nation.
What do you think is missing from the national conversation around immigration right now?
The voices of those that are doing the work and the voices of those that are impacted. You talk to people and they, tell their past lives and they're silly. I think so much of our conversation, strangers, and really they're.
Bruh, they are refugees. They are refugees, sis. What is you talking about? What? Oh.
Not. They're regular people that are thrust into really hard situations and doing their best to get by.
Por lo menos nos dieron lo que es la estadía llegando, pues que lo necesitaban para.
They got a place to stay when they arrived. Do they know how many people are still on the waiting list for Section 8 housing and all these other housings, while meanwhile gentrification is on steroids and all this shit is going on, and the migrants that were shipped to DC were able to get somewhere to stay?
Para descansar. Mis hijos veían la cama y veían a Dios, pues. Mamá, una camota, porque teníamos ya 24 días y 27 días, porque en migración dormíamos también en el piso. Y vieron una cama y vieron a Dios, pues.
I'm like,
So, yeah, I just wanted to give y'all a little hit of that, because I was telling my father how I saw, you know what I'm saying, like some migrants legit with the baby on them and everything. Sis, she had a little sign. They were out there like this, I don't know what the fuck the sign said. They was trying to get some coins, okay? And they pumped on in the back of the woods or something on the overpass. And as I continue to look, y'all, I should have took my phone out, but I was driving, so I try not to be on the phone and drive. But young, I look over and it's a bunch of tents in the back. Literally, it was ow, and it was a bunch of them back there. This shit was insane. That shit was insane, y'all. This migrant crisis, and I ain't got nothing against these people because I don't know who they are or whatever. But I will say, you know what I mean? We got to be careful, because this is happening. This is happening. And we got to find a way to be able to combat and refute this. I don't think we are, to be honest, man, because this shit is out of our control. It's out of our control. Like, for real. Like, the shit is just out of control. That's all I can really say about it. I really don't have another way to put it, because, like I said, if we don't figure out a way to work out our internal issues, all the other stuff ain't gonna matter. Hang on, y'all. Give me a second. Let me do this one more again. Because I see people floating in and out. I know Truth Live too. And I know he over there doing some good work. So shout out to Truth 111, Truth Searcher, and everybody in the community that's doing their thing. I don't know who else live, but yeah, I know I saw him like a little minute ago. So just shout out to the brother. Keep it going, you know what I'm saying? Shit. That's the only thing I don't like. This stuff like to cut up sometimes. It's the only thing, and I ain't about to fight it. Ain't going. Ooh. Woo!
Say I'm hustling and I'm grinding. I'm making moves with my money on my mind, and I can't fall short. Always keep it 1,000. Slow mo. Say I'm hustling and I'm grinding. I'm making moves with my money on my mind, and I can't fall short. Always keep it 1,000. Slow mo.
on, y'all. Give me a second. Let me bring my brother up here. Yes. What's up, Shaq? Peace and love.
It feels good loving somebody. Somebody loves you back. Huh? Tell them. What they know about that? What they know about that? What they know about that? Huh? What's good with you?
They know. I'm great. I'm great. I'm glad somebody came up. I was about to say shit. I'm about to dip on y'all if I don't get a couple people. But
I see
anyway,
you up
I'm
and
doing
vibing, man. I was in there listening. You did a great video. That was a good, you know.
good little situation. Yeah, I didn't want to do too much reading tonight. I know people like when I read, but I really wasn't in the reading kind of mood. But I think that it's just important that we continue to get this message out there. So
Right.
we know it's gonna take work.
Do I got an echo?
I don't know. I don't hear echo when you talk, but I hear echo when it comes back. It might be me, but it shouldn't be. Let me see.
Unless I got this other phone. Let me see if I'm turn it down.
Yeah, sometimes when the
Mute it up.
YouTube
Hold
open.
on.
All right, we good? Oh Lord. Bear with me, y'all.
Mic check, mic check. Is that a little bit better?
All right, yeah, that's good. Nah, this shit was trying to act the fool.
Yeah. Oh, man, look here, man. Give me some Washington D.C. history, dog. 'Cause we had a little discrepancy though on the OTK the other night, man. I don't know why they thought I was going against them, but we were talking about when D.C. Huh? You said what now? Hello? I don't know if Mike went out or not.
Nah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh no, yeah, I got you.
Okay.
No, we was talking. We had a conversation talking about when it when did DC become the capital city. So,
Mm-hmm.
what information you got on Washington D.C. when it was becoming the capital city and historically?
Oh crap. I gotta go pull that back up. I went over all that not too long ago, actually. Hold on. Let me see what I could do. I literally went over. Always felt like that was DC's initial purpose in the first place. Let me see. Let me pull up my email and get my records out of there. See? Because my screen sharing is acting up. All right, there we go. I think we better now. All right, give me. Shaq, you heard me?
Yeah, I hear you. I got you.
Mic check, mic check. Can you hear
I hear you. You hear me?
me? Mic
Yeah,
check.
you going in and out. You
Shaq.
choppy. Uh-huh. I don't know. They must be messing with the
Boy,
stream or something.
hold up. Let me see. 'Cause I have to fix this shit. Shoot, they shouldn't be. Shit, all these bills is paid. There shouldn't be no flaws. God damn. What about now?
Oh yeah, it's good. Can you hear me?
God damn.
I don't know why. I guess when I talk, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what's going on. StreamYard been doing it, been tripping lately though. Let me see. Let me go out and come back in.
So what was the content? Okay. I need
Yeah,
to know
I'm
what
gonna
the
go.
contention
Can you hear me now?
was.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Well, we was having a conversation. We went. Oh man, I don't know. We went into when race started. You know what I'm saying? When race probably was created, and then I brought up the census, and then we went from there. Huh?
This is on OTK panel.
Yeah. This is on OTK panel, I think. It was OTK panel. Yeah. Yeah.
I must have missed last night.
No. This was a couple of days ago. This is probably about 3 days ago. I think about 3 days ago.
What time was you on there? This is a couple days
Yeah, it's
ago.
about 3. Yeah. It's a couple of days ago. This is
Hold
probably
up.
about 3 days ago. Yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
about 3 days ago.
Okay. I see. I was gonna go find it. I know he was live a day ago, so you said it was a couple days, so it can't be that one.
Yeah, it's probably about a couple. I'm thinking about maybe 3 days ago because let me see. Today Tuesday. Let me see. Monday. Probably was like Sunday or either Saturday. Sunday or Saturday. One of those days.
Okay.
It was Sunday or Saturday.
All right. So this is more
Sunday.
Sunday. Let's see. This one might not be it. No, shit, hold on. But yeah, I know DC been in existence about as long as the damn United States. A little bit after it, but 1790 relatively.
But that's what I brought up. I said it was 1790, but when you look at it and you really actually go into it, it wasn't a finished product. So in 1790, the Congress they put the paperwork in for the residency act, right? So that was putting in the paperwork to move the White House to make the White House the capital from Philadelphia to DC, the area. Now I think the discrepancy is that when actually DC was
That's correct.
named DC, Washington DC, probably when it was actually named Washington DC, became the capital city. But they had put the paperwork in to move it there. Now, obviously, they put an act in, residency act in 1790, and I think going through the construction, it probably didn't get finished until what the mid 1800s. Finished product.
About
For
roughly. Because then they
moving the White House.
well, not that White House. They had to do it again because after the during the war of that war, what war is that? 1812. It got burned down again. So
Right.
they had to rebuild it several times.
But that's what Truth brought up. Truth brought that in and was like, well, yeah, he brought up the 1812 war and said they had burned down it. But remember, it hadn't even been fully completed. It was still an unfinished product when they burnt that down, and they had to rebuild the
Yeah, we can actually read about that. Let me
project.
myself. Yeah, we can
Right,
actually.
yeah. But I guess they must have thought I was like, I'm not begging on y'all, man. I know y'all was going against, Shot Son and all that. I said, no, dude, I'm not I'm not on no teams right now. We just talking about information. It's not even Indian. It's just universal information we was talking about at that time. So it wasn't no banging on nobody. It was just giving out some information, dates and stuff and timelines. That's it. Wasn't nothing.
Okay, so this is the panel you was on there with Sister Freedom and everybody.
Sister Freedom. I think she was on that one. Yep. I came in later, I think.
Okay.
A little bit later.
Okay. All right. Because I see you right here. I just want to make sure. I'm just trying to pull it where the contention came
Yeah,
up.
we got to talk about health and everything. Well, I actually sparked the health thing because I've been trying to catch up with Sister Freedom to tell give us some help, little remedy stuff. And everybody start going in on health shit, man. So I like when we do stuff like that because we got to talk about our health from our point of view, from our angle, man. Nobody else can do it but us.
I agree. I agree. And you know what's so interesting about the whole health aspect of it is that, a lot of our people don't really trust doctors and stuff like that as it is. So we do need to do things like take our health into our hands and start to navigate those things and better, put things into our body that will help fuel us and, just do better with it. It's hard because we love our macaroni and cheese and all that shit, so it'd be hard. But we do
Liquid
gotta do
gold, baby.
that shit. Yep. Hold on, let me
We
see.
got to know things, parents, mothers, whether they're single or in a relationship. We got to have these conversations of what we're going to do with ourselves, with our bodies, and our children's bodies, and other family bodies who don't know. And we got to be able to get them the information, sit them down, and really, 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 really lay it out for them. Meaning like um, uh, state. I want to say state, but whatever state you from, they have forms you can fill out, exemption forms for immunization forms you can fill out for religious purposes. People don't, they say it, but people don't actually know they can use that and get that information and use it for their benefit. Where they children going to school, or because my son getting ready to go to college, so um, yeah, I looked that form up, but he had already took the shot before. I just don't trust none of these shots going into the future, man. To further notice, because they've been very disingenuous with the way they've been moving. I'll just say that.
Hold on a second. Oh Lord. In the back chat with links. Okay, so let's see. I see an interesting video on why DC was cut into two. I don't know if that one to help, but I think, hold up, if I go to my email here, you probably can. I mean, I don't know. I guess, since he's dropping the source, let me look.
My point was that it was not. My point just brought in that when I read that it was put in place, it was founded at that time, but it hadn't been built, laid out, and structured like completed. But they put the order in, they put the act in to move it. That's all. I don't know if DC was there before though. Was it there before?
The blueprints and things were done by Benjamin Banneker. But a lot of the credit be going to like Lafont and all of them, Pierre Lafont and I forgot the other gentleman, but most of it goes to them for like DC's architecture and shit. But we know, the ultimate structure of DC was built by us. No one else built it. So
DC was actually a state or state before they put the move to White House there? Obviously had to be because
it's never been a state. It's a federal district. Everything is federal.
How long has it been a federal district?
Let's see.
I guess that's what the description was.
Inception.
How long it had been a federal district?
Yeah, like its purpose was to keep, like we said in Philadelphia, the same thing. But they decided to move it to DC because, they decided to cut off the land of Virginia and some of the land from Maryland to create DC ultimately, so it could be a neutral territory for them to do that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. So it was originally the District of Columbia, And then later they added Washington D.C. to honor George Washington, which they considered the first president of the United States when they created that, you know, their government structure per se.
Okay, let's see. I'm about to pull it up
In Colombia,
because then that
it's
way, because
female,
me,
right?
I'm not gonna make up DC history. Okay, like I should know. Hold on. So I'm trying. Let me get some of this stuff off of this screen first of all, because most of this I'm not coming back to.
I didn't understand them using
But
Colombia because when I looked it up, it said Colombia means it's
God,
female.
DC has
So
a
what?
complicated history. Shit. Hold on, my bad. I'm not trying to play that.
Maybe you gotta walk by faith.
I was not trying to play that. Let me exit that out. Okay.
This nigga shot say this nigga stupid, man. Oh, this nigga stupid.
God damn. This joint want active food now. It's been doing good all goddamn day. As soon as I go live, they don't want me to show my damn source. Oh Lord, now I gotta do all the re-signing in. Bullshit. Now, because I'm gonna just pull up the article on. Let me see, because I really could probably just pull it up. We can just get this straight. So it's not just me acting up. Y'all don't know why they hating. That's all I put in the history of BC. Okay. Shaw, I'm not dealing with it tonight. And I already said you still can't come up with my panel for like a little bit though, because it be too much going on. We want to build in peace. See if this is gonna move. Yeah, well, the ads at the bottom. All right, let's see. We're gonna see if your points of, and this is gonna come from the Britannica, the Encyclopedia Britannica. So don't say nothing to me. This is the fucking Britannica. Beef with the Britannica, okay? Okay, so specifically the creation of Washington, D.C., which is what y'all debate, or not debate, but what y'all was going back and forth about. Washington was established as the capital of the United States as the result of a compromise following 7 years of negotiation by members of the U.S. Congress as they tried to define the concept of a federal enclave. On July 17, 1790, Congress passed the Residence Act, which created a permanent seat for the federal government. George Washington, the country's first president, carefully chose the site, which is on the Potomac River's navigation to accommodate ocean-going ships, and near two well-established colonial port cities, Georgetown, now Georgetown is location bridged the northern and southern states, but Washington called it the gateway to the interior because he hoped it would serve to economically bind the western territories to the eastern seaboard, the Tidewater and the Piedmont regions, and thereby secure the allegiance of the frontier to the new country. The new federal territory was named District of Columbia to honor explorer Christopher Columbus, and the new federal city was named for George Washington. In 1790, French-born American engineer and designer Pierre Charles L'Enfant was chosen to plan the new capital city. Meanwhile, surveyor, like the other, that's why I said the other guy. He's talking about Andrew Ellicott. Meanwhile, 160 square kilometer territory with the assistance of Benjamin Banneker, a self-educated free black man. The territory surveyed by Ellicott was ceded by Maryland, a slave state, and Virginia, the southern state with the largest slave population, thus contributing to a significant black presence in Washington. Construction of the Capitol building, the Presidential Palace, now the White House, and several other government buildings was almost complete when Congress moved from Philadelphia to Washington in December 1800. There were, however, few finished dwellings and even fewer amenities in Washington at the time, making the first several years rather unpleasant for the new residents. So, Shaq, I think that proves your point. Where's Shaq go?
I'm right here. I know I muted up. Yeah, I ain't want no feedback. You was reading it?
Yeah,
I'm right here.
you
Can you
can't
hear me?
hear me.
Okay, there we go. You was reading it?
You didn't hear me reading that today.
No, I thought no. I know you. That was your voice. I thought you had played a video of you reading it previously, but you was reading it now.
Yeah, you want to?
Damn, boy, you called with it. Boy, you
So I was trying to say, I think this proves your point right here.
Yeah.
Okay, hold up. Construction of the Capitol building, the Presidential Palace, now the White House, and several other government buildings was almost complete in Congress. There were, however, few finished dwellings and even fewer amenities in Washington at new residents. In 1812, the United States declared war against Great Britain, and 2 years later, the British invaded the vulnerable capital city, setting fire to federal buildings. Structural damage was extensive. And the morale of the local citizens sank. By 1817, however, a newly reconstructed White House welcomed President James Monroe, served from 1817 to 1825, and in the temporary old brick Capitol building, which had been erected on the site of the present-day Supreme Court building. Okay. So pretty much,
Yeah,
Shaq, I think that
that's pretty straightforward.
Cool, or that little extra right there from parts of Maryland. They took that shit back. Like
they took it back in 1878, I think, right? 1878. They
history for
where
sure.
they tried
I
to
really
take it
want
back,
to do
right?
like real live. Huh? I don't know why Shaq little internet.
That's you. I'm on my other phone. That's you.
Right.
They got you choppy, man. They got you going in and out.
I don't know if it's me.
Let me go out and come back in. I think.
Yeah, y'all put it one in because I feel like I can hear myself fine, but like when he talk, I can't hear shit. All right, y'all, because I'm not about to hold y'all for too much longer. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and leave because I don't know why this shit not working right. Because I should not be breaking up. I done got all this stuff together. It should be working. Shit. All right, how about now? It's still the same way. Still, they still chopping me. Damn. I can't believe I'm sounding choppy like that. All right. All right, let's see what's going on.
I guess it must telling you the time to go down, yeah, because it was choppy. I was looking to you on my phone, and yeah, it was choppy going in and out. So I don't know, man. They must be tired. They get like sometimes.
You must live in the woods.
No, I'm actually on my cell phone. I'm on my cell phone stuff. I don't know.
Shit. All right, cause this joint acting weird. All right, Shaq. Let's try this again.
All right.
Yeah. Weird. Okay, hold on. Ooh. All right. All right, look, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Shoot, if we ain't got nothing else, I hope y'all have a blessed night. Sorry, Shaq. We gonna build another time, boo, because I don't know. That joint keep chopping up. And I don't feel like fighting it, but I really had a great time tonight. I enjoyed coming in and just kicking it with y'all. Look out for my Job Bricks interview coming this week, if not no later than the beginning of next week for sure. And we gonna get shit done. Also, look forward to the interview with my father. He actually gonna come on live and we gonna do it. So I'm real excited about that. You know, look out for the Aborigine Indian link up in the DMV. I got more details on that coming soon. So just look out for a lot of stuff we got coming. It's the summertime, and we gonna let shit happen. And we not let shit. We gonna make shit happen. Okay, they gonna be no in the house all summer. Everybody on YouTube, ain't nobody getting other, and you know, enjoying each other's company, and that's what I believe. So, like I said, everybody that's a DMV Aborigine or Indian, you know what I'm saying? I need y'all to at a later date, like leave some emails in the comments, just leave y'all information so I can find a way to reach out to y'all so we can all get in one space. And I'm not even just talking about just in this space. I'm talking about whether DMV Indians, if y'all over there at BAP channel, Sister Bethy, wherever y'all at, like just let's draw for and get our movement going on, like boots on the ground, real life. So that's what I want to see. That's what I want for us moving forward, and that's what we deserve. So, like I said, hey, peace and love to y'all. Y'all stay safe out here. You know, normally I'll be going a little bit longer, but you know, panel vibes was dry. So outside of my man Shaq coming through, you know, trying to help me out, blessing my channel and everything. So yes, y'all be safe out here. Y'all don't let nobody upset y'all. We got a long way to go. You know, And if something didn't work out, it was for your best. Always remember that, their rejection is God's protection. And never forget it, okay? And never give up on yourself also. All right. Peace and love, y'all. I'm gone.